Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Adventures Pack, and welcome back to Melos Machina. We hope that you have had an incredible week and that you are ready for tonight's episode as our party has, I don't know, what could possibly be in store for you all, but it's going to be a good time. We're a bunch of friends sharing what we love on the internet, and what we love today is D&D and each other.
Please remind us of that.
We love D&D and not dying underground?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what one of the D stood for.
Oh, dying underground. Oh.
Yeah.
Dying in depths. D&D.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Tonight it is.
It's not what I signed up for.
So I did see a fantastic Instagram post, whatever, of D&D mixed with B&B, and it was so good.
Yeah.
We'll send it to you.
Yes.
How cool.
New life goals.
Yeah. I don't really have a whole lot of waxing poetic to do here, but before we get started, for any of you, some reminders. For any of you who are subscribed or patrons over on our Patreon, be sure to head on over to our Discord after today's episode, because today is the first day that we are doing the post-show hangout, where you are all kind of a fly on the wall and you get to see us decompress, talk about what happened in real time right here. Maybe say bad names to me. And,
Only if you ask us.
and if you are a subscriber or a patron and you don't have access to those channels in the Discord, let us know. Feel free to ping us. We'll get that sorted as soon as possible. But all that being said, I think it's time for a message from our sponsors.
What? Two? Thank you. You might not have any waxing poetic to do, but I do.
Nice segue.
Wax all the
I had to.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Poetic.
Our first sponsor is our returning sponsor of Melos Machina, Cantrip Candles. Cantrip Candles are candles with a story made here in Los Angeles. They are 100% soy and 100% good smells. Watch out, because this Friday, a new launch of a returning but new product. Ambient sprays.
Whoa!
So ambient sprays are coming back this
God.
Friday at cantripcandles.com and in store. You can get 5 scents, 4 of our core scents, and 1 that is an ambience spray exclusive called Elven Luxury with notes of rose, lavender, and petit grain. You can get Stonemouse Chapel, Library Scriptorium, Sanctuary, Walk in the Woods, or Elven Luxury this Friday at cantripcandles.com. Be sure to use our code APAC for 10% off of your order, and it lets them know where you came from.
I just bought so many candles.
I know, oops. But yeah, so if you want a flameless alternative or a heatless alternative, these are great. They have about 1,000 sprays per bottle. It's a 4-ounce bottle. This is Stonemouse Chapel. I thought it might be fitting tonight, so feel free. Yes, it's glass.
Because most of candles,
Luxury.
it's like
Anyone mind?
they almost
No,
entirely
yeah.
plastic drink.
Yeah.
And I know Mike drinks with them. They last for forever.
They do. So this Friday, they're not out yet, but you can definitely go check out the socials and see that. So yeah, thank you, Cantrip Candles.
Thank you.
For sponsoring our show.
They're amazing. So deep breath, everyone.
I know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Notes of moss, stone, and soil.
This one smells so clean.
Yeah, I thought that would be a good one for this particular point in the
For sure.
narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our second sponsor, holy moly, thank you, is Dispel Dice. So we are very, very grateful for Dispel Dice for sponsoring this episode of Melos Machina. They are purveyors of sharp-edged dice, gaming accessories, and now apparel. So you can go check them out at dispeldice.com. There's a crawler going on in Nightbot, whatever.
Whatever.
But
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, the Nightbot call.
we have toys.
What?
Toys.
So as I pass these out, we will be giving away a set in 2 weeks. So on July 24th, Scott, thank you.
Wait, what?
Zara. So we will be giving away not one of these sets. These are ours. Me, Josh.
Oh, I can't wait.
AJ.
Oh boy.
And so we're gonna unbox these. You didn't know you were getting an unboxing today. And check out our socials this week, as we'll be posting close-ups and stuff of our characters and why we chose these dice. So open.
Okay, oh my god.
These boxes are great.
Yeah.
They're so satisfying.
Oh my gosh.
I do exactly what you
Holy snap.
That is
Oh, I thought it was a
absolutely
tiny
stunning.
one. It's
wanted. The way they package their D4s.
They're already hard to find as is sometimes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, do be careful. The D4s are very sharp. These are sharp-edged dice. They have liquid core, resin dice,
Cool.
lots of different themes. I think at Anime Expo they just debuted some Dungeon Meshy dice.
Yeah, I
so
saw those.
if you are into pop culture, go check them out. They're amazing and a great team as well. So
The
yeah.
freaking gold leaf
It's so
in here.
pretty.
So we're going to be having to take some time to share these during the intermission.
Yeah.
Jeez. Thank you, Dispel Dice.
Thank you,
I
Dispel
want to see
Dice.
everyone's. I can't wait.
So gorgeous. I'm
It
having
has a
done.
shine to
I didn't even
it.
realize it was a shine.
It's like there's a cloud.
And so just to confirm, we're giving away a set in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, you do have to be a US based because this is a physical product. So in 2 weeks on this show, Melos Machina at 7 p.m., we'll probably do a giveaway intermission time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll be similar to how we've done giveaways in the past. It'll be during the intermission. So be sure that you are here during the show, and at intermission we'll give a code word for you to pop on in, but this will happen on our last show this month. So be sure to be there.
Yay. Back to you, Scott.
Oh, hello, back to me.
I'm so distracted by time.
I know. Well, we're about to get a chance to use them. So,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think with that,
Gotta warm 'em up.
we're gonna go ahead and dive on into today's episode.
Sorry, something just came over me.
The dice goblin took over.
That's a dice
New
demon.
character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that is a.
Not tiefling this
Today's
season.
episode of Melos Machina. Oh my god. When last we met our adventurers, after having a delightful brunch and taking in the beautiful scenery at the Crestview Inn, the party made their way to meet Corkryn, the town's herbalist, in search of supplies and potentially a pearl. It became very apparent upon arrival at his home, and certain after speaking to the herbalist, that Corkryn was very troubled. With a little bit of persuasion, of which Aaron was certain would go well, Corkryn opened up to the party, telling them of a secret cave in which he had been growing 3 unique strains of mushroom, and a traumatic experience 4 weeks prior that he had barely survived, and it left him scarred, both mentally and physically. Our adventurers offered to do their best to clear the cave of whatever it was that had attacked Corkryn, to both return his secret garden back to him and to ensure that whatever it was would not come near the town of Gladen. With what might have been a glimmer of hope in Corkryn's eye, he gifted the group a small pouch which he said contained a sizable pearl before they ventured off. We now find ourselves, after the party has entered the small tunnel behind the northern waterfall, and finishing a short rest in a dry alcove in which Corkryn had set up a small workspace. So, as we are finishing a rest, I know this is the start of a session. Was there anything in particular other than a short rest that people wanted to do?
So I had a possible idea. Would it be, I guess, possible if to make Corkryn a robotic arm?
give me an Arcana check.
My God, that's brilliant.
I'm so excited.
That's an 18.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, new dice.
I know. I'm putting up my other one.
You know
was-
that prosthetic limbs are a thing that are not common but available in Jowdek and the walled cities. People do have them. They come in a variety of options, from just more aesthetic and there to look like there is a
Right.
limb, all the way up to the incredibly advanced, an extension of the person, and almost as if they are not without.
Right.
This is something that you currently do not have the ability to create,
Right.
much less the materials, but they do exist.
Okay. Then, I mean, mostly I just like to spend the time kind of noodling and maybe doing rough sketches of maybe how I'd put something like that together.
Okay. All right.
Before the short rest, I would have just cast Mage Armor on myself and then used the time to recover that spell slot.
All right.
I suppose I actually would have, since I was doing not anything particularly, I would have wanted to walk up to Icon and sort of sit down next to you and just sort of, Icon.
Do off.
So, I have a question for you about your spear.
Yeah.
I know it is not made of metal, right?
Mm-mm.
Did someone in your home grow it the way that they do here? Because I've never seen anything like that, and I'm just sort of curious if that's how your people, the people in your village. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was made for me.
Oh.
That and my shield.
Okay.
Would I know if it was like hewn or grown? Like,
It wasn't. Well, it was. How much would you like for me to divulge right now?
I mean, I feel like I would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was grown in the sense that it is natural wood,
Yeah.
but afterwards it is refined very similarly to how a smith would refine metal.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yes.
And my memory comes back to me.
Yeah, no, it's a special wood that we've cultivated and kind of just work it kind of like metal.
Oh.
It's not quite the same, but we'll kind of like flick it.
as I can flicks the tip of the spear, which looks metallic but has a deep brown note to it. And as he flicks it, there is a dull ringing mixed with a thud.
Yeah, but it's not like what, oh my god, what he could do or what you kind of do.
Kind of. I mean, is it a thing that you see in the cities, or is it a thing that you only started doing when you left?
It's after I left. I used to use real metal weapons and shields when I was in the city.
Oh, okay.
So this is kind of, it's mine. It's my home.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little piece for me.
Okay. But I guess I was just sort of curious. I've just never seen anything like it, and never seen anything grow like that. So it's something that sort of sparked my mind because of what he was doing. Is it hard to grow or do or?
I mean, it takes skill. It's not. I mean, just like most skills, it takes years of training and figuring out how something works, and it's a new material, so I couldn't do it.
So the people who were at I'm still a little bit sort of off on how many people live where you and your family went to go live.
It's quite a number.
Quite a-
Is Corkryn still with us, or is he?
No,
Oh, no.
Corkryn is back at his home.
It's the Grove. That's where home is.
The Grove.
There's not a lot of us, but we're slowly growing. It's kind of why I'm traveling.
Oh,
But it's a group of disparate individuals with common ideals. We all came together and
decided that you didn't want to be in the city anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you discovered that there was wood that you could make into spears? Kind of, okay. Is that then unique to the Grove?
I don't know. I've never come across it before. Maybe there's a copse of cool trees somewhere that we can find.
That is also going to be able to grow a spear.
We can make you a stick.
I mean, that they're going to be they're making my stick fancy, but maybe a snackier stick. I don't know.
Do you need to borrow this? Well,
Oh no, I'm fine.
okay. I know you like your stick.
I do like my stick, but I would be perfectly fine without it. But thank you for thinking of me. And I was lent this dagger by Finn, so
Oh!
That stare.
I trust that you know what to do with that.
generally speaking, you go step, step, step.
You sure do.
Yep. It doesn't require a lot of science, really. Just
And if you hand it to somebody else, hand it
yeah.
hilt forward and say, "Do you have it?"
No, I grew up around weapons,
Yeah. Just seeing you brandish that.
with excitement and gusto.
It's the gusto that made me a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
Love the gusto.
No, I do actually know how. It's not like my best skill. I'm much better with my stick than I am with this. But
Yeah.
no, I know how to use one. My brothers and my mother were all sort of very protective and
Yeah.
part of guarding the village. So
You're well aware.
I'm well aware. Pointy it, but it's very fancy though.
Is it fancy or is it just a regular dagger?
It's a little fancy.
Probably a little fancier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not a
Little
road
fancy.
dagger by any means.
It's not normal.
It's not
a
like
thin
dueling with the
dagger.
rest.
It's fancier than any dagger I've ever seen. So
Dwathi,
I can.
spears and shields aside,
Mhm.
you doing okay?
Oh, I'm doing all right, I suppose. I mean, I'm a little bit sad for Corkryn, but
Yeah.
he's going to be all right. Losing things is hard.
Yeah.
I've never lost a limb before, but I've lost things and I've lost people, and I know that it's hard, and I feel for him. But he's going to be okay.
Okay.
But you want to ask?
Just when we went to the shrine,
Mm,
you seemed shaken.
that's right. That was earlier today.
Sure was.
Sure was. I suppose. I don't think I was really prepared to feel that emotional about something. It's hard to explain.
You don't have to right now. But I'm here if you ever need to talk.
Okay.
I know those sudden onslaught of emotions can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very overwhelming, but it is all okay. Yeah, it is. I'm completely fine.
Okay. Sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go splunking again.
I suppose so. I have never spent so much time underground since I came to be all with you folks.
Yeah.
It's a lot of underground, apparently. Was not prepared for that either.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I prefer the wide open, usually. But, you know, another cave.
Are you okay, Aiken?
I'm okay. Troubled isn't the right word. Contemplative. Coming to Gladen has unlodged some things in here and in here that has also been surprising.
Oh.
So, there's a lot to untangle, and I'm not. I think the boat might help.
I
So.
feel like being on the boat. Well, much the same, Aiken. If you ever wanted to talk to me about it, you know, you don't have to. You don't have to bear everything alone, you know.
I know. Thank you.
Of course.
So, you rested? Wanna poke around? Find out?
I think I could repeat the spell over and over again and still struggle with it. But yes, I think I am prepared as I can be to continue deeper. Just keep your wits about you, everyone.
Always.
Corkryn said it came out of anywhere, so look up, look down, keep an eye to the water.
Listen for sloshing.
I'm sort of imagining it is going to come from the water based on what he said to us. That is my theory anyway, but I don't know. As per usual.
I was going to spend an hour to identify the crackerjack, but
Ooh.
reviewing my notes from school, it struck me. I have to touch the thing
Oh.
for the duration. So I decided to wait, at least until we're not in this contained area.
Surrounded
Yes.
by potential monsters who want to eat us, and if they
Right.
ate the cracker jack, it would be bad.
Causing a cave-in, trapping
Yeah.
us inside.
Also that. All of those things that could be bad. That is fair.
Right.
Smart
So-
choice.
That'll wait.
All right. I know a few of us can see pretty well. Do you need a torch before we go in?
Probably smart.
Yes, please.
Or a light, if that's easier to
Yeah.
I'm
extinguish.
happy to, yes, illuminate the way.
Alright.
Though it does cast strange shadows, so just, again, keep your eyes sharp.
Yeah, we'll do.
Always. Eyes and ears.
Head,
With that,
shoulders,
I will, like,
No.
attune my ears to the ambient sounds just so I can keep track of anything that's outside of the ambient.
Gotcha. So as you're spending the time here, there is that constant flow of the water. So this area where you are seems to have been created by a naturally underground flowing river, which, when you had come to the underside of the waterfall, created a second waterfall that was flowing into it. But you are now at this point essentially following the path that this underground river had created. And as you march down, it is not a terribly long walk. Maybe 15 minutes go by. Before, ahead of the tunnel, at this time, the light just being created by Aaron's spell, until at the far end, you see the blinding of a little bit of daylight. And as you look up ahead, the river, the underground river that has created this, parses off to one side, and there's just a large opening.
On the same side of the river as us, or opposite?
Well, keep your eyes peeled for mushrooms, and if we're lucky, this is where Corkryn entered. He said he accidentally fell in. That's how he discovered it, so hopefully we're close.
Red, good. Yellow, fun. Long and small.
Not,
Poison.
Yeah, not for eating.
Potentially.
Correct, yeah.
Great.
Although that's what we're here to find out, is, well, just how potent these things are.
Are we supposed to eat one?
No,
No.
that's what the pearl's for.
That is less fun way of finding out if they actually work, though.
Yeah, it depends on if we get the fun one or not.
I was gonna say,
I'm not going
depends
to
on-
try the not fun
Yeah,
one. That's not
yeah.
worth it, but you know.
Yeah.
The fun?
I'm just saying.
When in Gladen is all I'm saying.
Do as the caving Gladen does. And grow mushrooms.
We,
I guess I'll
as much
lead.
as I hate to say it, we do have a boat to catch in the morning.
That's a good point.
Oh, we could bring
Bring
some
them
for
with.
the boat.
Oh God, I don't know if that would be good for me.
The seasickness and all.
Oh,
You-
yeah.
I don't know if that would be a fun combination, but
Who knows? Anyway,
I could just be a cat.
This way, everyone.
Yep. I'll
Follow the legs.
go along with Aaron to
I
keep
will
an eye out.
follow behind.
As you step in, because of the light that Aaron had created, there isn't a long time between your eyes adjusting, but there is a little bit of a moment where there's a flash of light, white light from the sun. You find yourselves entering to a massive opening. The river that has been beside you continues into about 20 feet, 25 feet wide in some places, where here it seems less of a flowing river and more of a gently flowing, where water had been accumulating from multiple sources. And the river that you had been following kind of being the bottleneck of the whole thing. The river continues off to the far end. This just seems to be one large antechamber that was created naturally. As you look about, you hear the dripping of water and see from the ceiling stalactites falling. But in the very center, surrounded by vines that have fallen down to create sort of a hanging net and network. There's a opening where you can see daylight and hear birds chirping. In the afternoon sun, most of this cave is half covered in dim light, with the setting sun cast against one of the walls, but enough sun that you are able to see in here without any assistance. Looking about the walls and the flooring, you can see that the cave continues on either side, uneven flooring in many places. We can see that the water had, over the years, worn away the ground. But in the very center of this room, you see the remains of a singular tree that is growing out from the rock. It is bare and leafless, but you feel an odd heat emanating from the whole room. Not terribly hot, but the heat from the heat of a midday sun, or something similar to that. But it is warmer in here significantly than it was in the cave itself. At the far end of this cave, past the tree, you see a small rope bridge that is connecting the two sides.
Is it gnome-sized?
From this distance, difficult to tell.
Okay.
Perspective.
Starting
but it
to worry about
does
that.
look. It looks usable.
Okay.
From at least from this distance.
While we're walking through in that antechamber, is the ground kind of loamy or mostly stony?
Mostly stone.
Okay. Okay. Is it kind of... Well, let me just ask you what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
I'd like to look around and see if there's any signs of like footprints or droppings or animal, like fauna life.
Sure.
Once
Yeah.
again, the search for poop.
Always.
Constant
Just saying.
poops.
You know a lot about poops.
That'd be your choice of either a nature or a survival check or a perception check.
Perception these days. Ooh, that is a 9.
A 9. Looking about,
Lost you.
it's difficult to discern any sort of footprints on the stone. There is areas of dampness on the rock, but it all seems undisturbed. You don't see any sort of animal droppings or anything like that. However, you do, as you look about, you do see a small nest of birds that seems to have made home in the top canopy.
Just stare at that for a little bit. Forget that I'm looking at anything else. Anyone afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of getting Chauncey across another thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know how we're gonna pull that off.
He's got a drill. It's like, does he backpack?
Wait,
No, the drill's on both sides.
Yeah. That
Does
sounds
it
bad.
seem as though the bridge, like, is there like a sometimes with bridges there's like it's like built above the actual ground level. So like, is there like steps up to it and then the
Sure.
bridge, or is it literally just an extension?
It is from here. It looks
Like
like it is an
flush.
extension. It is
Gotcha.
fairly low to the water, and in
Okay.
fact, as some of the water kind of flows, you can see bits of the bridge kind of.
Okay. It looks sturdy enough to bear weight from this.
Difficult to say. You're about 60, 70 feet away from it.
How long? Oh, right. I was gonna say, how long is it? But
Yeah.
if we're that far away, it's hard to tell.
I mean, I suppose doesn't seem like there's many other ways
Yeah,
that we can
let's
go.
just go and then we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Literally.
which is now.
Yeah.
Right.
I imagine this will take about 12 seconds for us to traverse to that point.
Mhm.
If I had to do math.
I'll meander over to the edge of the bridge
All right,
and just kind
nice.
of approach there and take a look at what the effort might take to cross.
Absolutely. Walking along the bridge, or walking up to the bridge, you can see that the closer you get, the more like, oh, this looks fairly sturdy. It doesn't look gnome-sized. It maybe it's maybe a little bit smaller than your typical human size, but not enough that it would affect crossing it. However, as you all begin to approach, you do notice at the far end of this antechamber the mushrooms that have been described to you growing.
All right. Well, now I suppose we should really look for something with teeth.
Well, he said that it didn't bite off his arm.
It tore it.
Ripped it.
It could have done that with his teeth, though.
Could have. Could.
Had high
Could
grip
have.
strength, could have literally ripped it off. He's pretty small.
Yeah.
From this position, GM, as we take in the site of these groves, can we see any patches of the mushrooms seem to have been disturbed or lobbed off, as if there was any type of creature bedding in there, or
Sure. Why don't you give me an intelligence-based perception check with this one.
So Sorry, this is
It's all good.
different than
And
that is going to be in a soft 20.
soft 20s. Looking about the mushrooms don't seem disturbed. They don't seem damaged in any way. They actually seem to be decently maintained. You're not sure if it's just the natural growth or if they've been cared to.
Okay. Let's kind of look over at the group. Doesn't seem as if anything's taken nest here, so I think first things first, let's identify the crop and see what we can glean from there.
That's
Sounds good.
what I was going to suggest as well. If Corkryn was tending the mushrooms when he is attacked, perhaps we should do the same and draw it out that way.
Yeah. So this happened 4 weeks ago. I'd assume there'd be blood, even some dried blood. So maybe we could be on the lookout for that too, if there's any mysterious dark patch.
Well, I will
Sure.
need some time, so if you all want to scour the area while I do the thing.
Sure. As we get up to them, though, I doubt it, but as we're looking at them, do these mushrooms look familiar at all to me?
Give me a nature check.
Sure. All right, let's see how we like each other.
New dice.
Yeah. It is a 6.
6.
The same roll.
What?
Yeah.
They don't look like anything that you're familiar with having grown, but they also don't strike you as anything that you've seen in your recent adventures either.
Okay. All right. In that case, I will, now that I don't really have any further information, I will leave that to Finn, and I will help. I can look for dried blood, signs of a scuffle.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay. You're looking around the...
Right around this area, around where
Okay.
he described it happening, towards the water a little bit, especially since he said it sloshed.
Gotcha. And which side of the bridge? Are you on the same side as you entered? Or? Okay.
Well, no, I would go over towards where the mushrooms were, so we're all on the same side.
Gotcha. So there are mushrooms on either side.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
I'll cross with you.
Sure, actually, I think someone should try to cross the bridge, so I will
Okay.
try.
And then I'll search on the side that we're still on.
All right.
I'm probably way the least of all of us. So.
Yeah, both of
How
us.
long is the bridge? Sorry, did you say?
This is, I think, it's about 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay, not bad.
That's what?
We'll be fine.
I will be fine. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
All right,
You
I
go
will.
first. I'll be right behind you.
I will try to cross the bridge.
As you both step on the bridge, Duathi, stepping on, it is a rope bridge that is held as taut as possible on either side, but it looks as though time having passed, it may have loosened slightly, and there is a gentle sway as you step. Would you go ahead and give me I'm going to have this be a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Much better. That is a 19.
19.
Nice.
As you step, you feel it sway, and with your second step, it sways again, and you take a pause. And with your third step, it lowers slightly into the water, and you can feel it moving with, but you are able to keep your balance and step, and make it all the way across.
Might I point out that Chauncey probably shouldn't go over
Nope.
the bridge?
I saw
So
that.
it touches the water. Oh. Okay. You made it.
I did. If you don't want to come over it, I understand.
I'll do my best.
Okay, I believe in you.
I'll follow after Dua.
As you step on, may I get a dexterity saving throw?
Sure. Redemption? 15.
15. Seeing Duathi and seeing how it reacts to them, you put your foot down, feel that sway, and copying, you just decide, step, and you take your speed across. It is fine.
Haha.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm just going to start very gently with I don't have my stick, so just very gently with my just sort of being very careful not to touch any of the poisonous ones. Just sort of look at the ground and see if I find anything.
Okay. Can I get investigations from both Andy and Duathi?
Great.
And can I be assisting?
That is a natural 20. Or a 25.
New dice?
Are you proficient with investigation?
Not investigation.
I'll say you can do your own check if you would like then.
That is a 7, which is what I keep rolling for investigation.
All
Yes,
right.
I've noticed.
Andy, as you are looking about within the mushrooms, the first patch doesn't seem to have anything on the stone. As you look at the second, you do see a large, dried section of blood. And as you follow its path, you see large drops that actually head towards the cave entrance. And you see that these are not perfect pools that have dried, but in fact there are large sections of it that have been brushed to the side, almost as if someone had used this as paint on the stone and dragged a massive paintbrush through it.
Right.
An
Dragged the
arm-shaped
arm.
Probably.
Duathi, you do not see any blood around the mushrooms.
I get distracted by the
But
mushrooms.
as you are looking about and turn to look back at the group because
Nope.
of your passive perception, you notice the tree. And you notice that on this side, the behind side, there is a large scar that goes from the very tip all the way down to the base. It is wider at the center of the trunk. And inside feels like glowing embers.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to very quietly just sort of try to step back, and I'm just going to pat Aiken's shoulder and just point to the bridge and go. And then I'm just going to. And at 3.
That's not even passive anymore. I'm like, oh.
As you look over, it is very clear to see from this angle this large scar in the tree.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we should skedaddle.
I just want us all to be on the same side of the bridge.
Yeah. You go first.
Okay.
All right, as you rush across the bridge, can I get a dexterity saving throw?
Natural 1.
For a total of?
4.
Total of 4.
4.
Duathi, as you look at the scar and back up, you put your first foot on the bridge. At least you thought you did. As your foot immediately slips, you tumble into the water, and there is a moment where you hear the rushing of bubbles from the immediate submersion of your body. You recall to the times that you had been underwater in the suit and that sound of flowing water, but your eyes are closed and you can't see, and you open them for a moment and you still see bits of bubbles flowing past. Then you see a mass of vine and root that are curled in the water. And before you can even think to react, you see they unfurl into two massive arms and reach towards you. May I please have everyone roll initiative?
Yeah, I had a feeling it was in the water. I had a feeling it was in the
Oh,
water.
yeah, for sure.
It'll be fine.
It was totally in the water.
I know, this keeps happening.
This keeps happening.
Multiple times.
All right, new dice. Come on. Come on.
What the
Is
fuck?
it a 17?
17.
Plus 2 is 19.
That's not,
Good die, good
that's
die.
not the number I wanted.
Mine's okay. Mine's okay.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
The map.
Ooh.
Our death is so beautiful.
Wow.
Oh,
so cool.
This is gorgeous.
Yay, bridge.
Cute ways to die. So many cute ways to die.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
was like, where's the third type of mushroom? Okay, so
1, 2, 3.
they're big.
They are big.
Yeah, really big.
So we have Andy
Mushroom.
over here investigating.
Lots of blood.
Chauncey by you, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Have Icon up here. Where would the two of you been at this point?
I never crossed the bridge. I would have been probably close to the first mushroom patch, preparing to identify. So close to Andy and Chauncey, I imagine.
I think I would have been about 10 feet behind Finn or so.
Over here?
My attention turned more towards the tree, actually. Yeah.
Giraffes in the road.
With Duafi having fallen in.
Glug, 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 glug.
To where are they?
Ooh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, so we're on the side closest to the tree.
Yeah, that's how you're able to see.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
This is good.
Okay. With that, 25 to 20.
Nope.
Okay. 20 to 15.
19.
19 from Finn.
15
No way.
15 for Aaron.
18.
Okay.
Okay.
Close.
Andy at an 18.
It's very Dwarfy coded.
And Aaron with a 15.
15. Yep.
15 to 10.
14.
Okay.
Other than this little group.
Yeah. Sure, me too.
Plus I can.
So I'm realizing that essentially.
What?
I don't like that.
Sure.
Essentially what?
Trying to decide how
You're
to
all
run
done.
this as a surprise round.
Oh.
And whether or not to do it with the new rules that have recently been
Oh,
leaked,
we could
which
play
would
test
give,
it.
Should
which would
do.
give you disadvantage on your initiative. But
Then
we're going
let's
to
not.
no.
It's not September 17th
I'm
yet.
gonna run
September
something
16th,
slightly
we'll talk
different.
about
So Dwarthia was a 14.
Yep.
All right, and
I got 3.
Oh.
I'd like to
no.
think I'm aware combat's happening. Combat's in my face.
I mean, the beautiful thing is, when I fail beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Thanks,
really
Tim.
And
well done.
they're working just as well as all my rest of my dice.
That's
so,
I can't. I really want to look at all of them. Yes.
Duathi. As this, essentially what we're going to do, we're going to start the initiative with it.
Oh, good.
How close to it is me? Is it? How close to me is it? No. Where is it? How far away?
Where
it's
is it?
essentially here.
Oh boy.
Okay, hold
Okay.
on. Hold on. What's the reaction? Okay. Is it within 10 feet of me?
It is.
Can I use my reaction because it is starting its turn there to ask it to make a con save?
Absolutely.
So nice of you.
How do I play?
Please.
Please, evil tree monster.
Con, that is going to be an 11.
Eat my spores. That's going to
Writing
be
that one down.
Eat my spores. So that's good. They got the fancy D4 here. Okay. That is going to be 3 points of necrotic damage.
3 points of necrotic damage. As your spores are invisible at this point, or okay, as you see this mass of plant matter, some of the vines begin to slowly decay, very little. And that was 3, you said?
Mm-hmm. Exactly 3 amount, maybe?
Exactly, actually, yes.
Yay!
Okay. It, in response, is going to attempt to make an attack against you. However, being underwater, it is going to be making these at disadvantage.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
All right.
Okay, cool.
As the first sling of plant matter comes at you, you push away in the water and are able to avoid it. The second
Hey.
is a natural 1.
Oh.
Yo, okay.
This sort of what happens.
Which, at this point, all of you see Duathi having fallen into the water and have no sense of the commotion that is happening beneath.
I'm experiencing distress.
Seeing Duathi fall in, is there anything anyone would like to do on this round?
An initiative?
Duathi and the thing are in initiative at this time.
Okay.
Got it.
I mean, I would like to run and try to pull Dwalfi back out.
Sure.
Because I just saw her go.
Absolutely. You're able to do that. You reach over to the side, reach down in. Go ahead and give me an athletics check to go ahead and... Or actually, you know what? We could have this just be a strength.
Check.
Yeah, let's have this be a strength check.
Okay.
Whoa.
Natural 20. 22.
That was sick.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
With flair.
The power of
With
Yeah.
some
friendship.
English on that one.
So, seeing Duathi plunge into the water, you reach down, grab her back, and pull her out so quickly. Duathi, the last thing you see is the one tentacle coming towards you of a vine, and it stops right as you are being pulled away from it and pulled out from the water.
Waterbed, waterbed,
And
waterbed.
as you are pulled out, the rest of the mass comes out with you.
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a 3.
No. What is that? No.
First of all, amazing. But
No.
also,
I can't see
Has
the mini.
mushrooms on its head. Wait, yeah. Can
Talk
you
about
turn
a
it
mushroom
around
cap.
So we can look at
This is
it?
not a fun guy.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh, dang.
Why'd you turn it around, Scott?
Oh, cool. So cool.
Activate Big Brother mode. That happened. I was like, nope.
Okay, so we're going to say that is going to bring... Actually, that worked in perfect initiative order because you would have been next, which will then bring us to the top of the round. Finn, you are up. Andy, you are on deck. Aaron, you're in the hole.
Oh, good. Right. That is quite a thing you pulled out of the water with you. Going to take a step back away from the ledge, kind of just back into the wall there, and we'll.
About how far back do you want to go?
There's like one more square towards me. Right. Yep. And then well, I don't know if this thing has a mind, but let's try to get inside with a mind sliver. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. Okay.
Good call.
That is a 14.
Oh, that's the save DC.
Okay. Oof.
Well, that will be me. Maybe next time.
All right. Andy, you are up. Aaron, you are on deck. Duathi, you are out of the water, but in the hole.
Okay.
That was a different combat.
Now I'm like, okay, how far away is it from me?
About 25 feet.
Okay, that's too far. All right, then, I'm gonna turn around, and go up to Finn, and cast heroism on him.
Sick.
What is that?
So you are brave.
Finally.
You are strong.
You are
yeah,
brave.
You have got
you
this.
is important. So you're immune to being frightened and gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is that my spell attack bonus?
That'd be your intelligence mod.
Oh, thank you. I know things. So that is a 3.
This is amazing. I feel so good.
So Oh, it gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns.
Great.
Ooh.
So if they get
when
used
the
up,
spell
they come back.
ends, then the target remains all of the temporary hit points.
So you gain
each
3
turn.
at the start of your turn.
you'll-
Right.
Mhm.
But they just replace themselves.
Exactly,
Right?
they never
don't
stack.
All right.
Okay.
This is very good. Thank you, Andy.
No, of course. I know you. You know what? I don't need to say it.
Yes, you don't need to say it.
Okay, and then. Yeah, I guess I'll stay. Chauncey can't really do anything either. How. I moved, what, like 5 feet to 10?
Yeah.
I'm debating if I try to cross the bridge to help my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna at least begin to attempt starting to cross the bridge.
Okay.
But Chauncey will stay on this side with Finn and Erin.
As you get to the bridge, your speed will get you here. I do need a dexterity saving throw.
You got this.
You've been my friend so far. 10.
10 is the DC.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. This is my favorite water. Cool. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Erin. Duathi, you are on deck.
Okay, I see this hulking mass of vegetation vine, and as I'm about to call out to Duathi, as they stumble in the water, and I'm shocked by this, I'm going to intrinsically lunge a bit to my right. Remind me, GM, that the cavern narrows to where we entered. Is the entrance over kind of closer
So
here?
this here is the entrance.
Okay.
Right here.
And the water as well is, you said, is kind of not necessarily rushing, but it is flowing
Yes.
somewhat. So potentially wading in the water wouldn't drag me downstream, right?
It's hard to say. It doesn't look like it's moving that quickly,
Okay.
but it's also hard to tell how deep it is.
Sure, okay.
The water's not crystal clear, and with the light in here, it's...
Okay. I would like to take about 15 feet to my right, please. And then I'm going to weave my hands in the air, douse the light as I cast Magic Missile towards the creature.
All right. As the bolts fly out, go ahead and roll that damage.
That is 13 points of force damage.
Okay.
To the creature, and then I would like to bonus action kind of duck behind that ledge that I'm on and try and hide.
All right. Down here. It's... To fully hide, you get the sense that you might have to... Crouching won't work, but prone will.
Sure.
So if you'd like to go prone, you can.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Go ahead and give me that stealth check.
Nice.
We all just face down today.
That is going to be a 13.
13. All right. You feel... hiding in a natural environment is not your natural environment, but you feel like you've done an okay job.
Cool. Okay. That will finish my turn.
All right. That's going to bring us to Duathi.
You
are
feel
up.
like you've done an okay.
Well,
Life.
I did okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
And that's okay.
It's good enough.
all right. I'm going to. Am I prone or am I back up on my feet?
You are back up on your feet. Actually, and I'll move
Oh, yeah,
up
can-
as well.
Is it right in my face?
It is
Like
right in your
front of
face
me?
now.
Okay. All right. I will take a second dripping wet, just reeling back, catching my breath. And as I do, I will look up at this monster and I will smile. And my smile keeps growing as my mouth separates all the way to my ears and my jaw splits open. And my teeth are suddenly, there's a whole row of jagged, sharp, pointy little teeth in my mouth instead as I lunge forward and bite this thing.
What?
All right.
Thank God I'm immune to fear. That was cool.
That is going to be only a 14 to hit. hit.
14 does not hit.
Damn. Well, it looks
so
very
as you
cool.
bite down on this creature, you feel your jagged teeth sink into the vine, but not pierce, as this is very alive and it is a tube filled of liquid.
That is all right. Well, we will keep trying another time.
And that was
That was my action.
primal.
Primal Ravage,
Yeah.
And then I think that's about all I am able to do. I think we're gonna just stay right there.
Okay. As you pull your teeth away, it is going to make 2 slam attacks against you.
First, I would like it to make a con save.
Con save coming up. That is going to be a 7.
Oh, that's going to be 4 points of necrotic
Okay.
damage.
As you remove your teeth, you see where there are the little bits of indents that have never pierced, but then slowly they begin to dissolve away as it eats away at this creature.
And as I settle back down on my feet, my mouth slides back closed and returns to itself.
Cool.
Now no longer at disadvantage. This first attack.
The first one reaction, my fighting style of protection at disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Whew.
Oh, that super does.
Super hits.
Damn, even at disadvantage.
That's going to be 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Yep.
Wait, how much?
15.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's okay.
That's most of them.
And I do fine.
But for me, that's a lot.
I'm beefy.
It is going to make its second attack.
Great. Roll worse.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. I said no.
For 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, now that hurts.
I'd be down, even with heroism.
And as the first set of vines smacks into your side, it brings its second arm and hits the other side, and you can feel the vines begin to curl around you. You are now grappled by the creature.
Great.
That is it for its turn, bringing us to Icon. You are up. Finn, you're on deck. Andy, you're in the hole.
Great. Watching this all happen, while I still kind of have my hand on Dwathi's back, you're gonna feel kind of like a, not sharp, but a sensation twining around your head, and a spectral kind of briar crown with some roses up here. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on you.
Nice.
So your AC goes up by 2.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
All things considered, I feel like I need it right now.
Yeah, so that was my bonus action. With moving, it's base to base, right? So like his arm, that's like.
Oh, yeah,
his
yeah.
attack.
Just don't worry about
Okay.
that.
I am. I'd like to sneak around to the other side of him, not on the bridge. Yeah, so, oh god, it's too close to that tree. That's fine. That's fine. I'm sure that's fine. But I want to get close enough to hit him.
All right, as you get closer to the tree, you can feel the warmth emanating off of it.
Cool. Deal with that later. I'm going to take my long sword and slice at it.
Okay.
For a 17 to
17
hit.
hits.
For 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Action, bonus action, and reaction. That's it.
All right. That is going to bring us to Andy. You are up. Aaron, you're on deck.
I think I'm.
Or sorry, Finn, you're up.
Yeah.
Andy, you're on deck.
Right.
Aaron, you're in the hole.
Well, I'm feeling much emboldened, and I don't like what this is doing to my friends, so I'm actually going to run up to the edge, bonus action, Misty Step, across. So run up probably on this side. I want to end up as far in this corner towards Icon as possible. So if I can, with my full movement, basically find a spot that's 30 feet about to the far edge and be somewhere over there.
Gotcha, so you're coming to this side
Yes,
right here?
please.
Gotcha.
Not too close to the thing.
So bonus step. You can get over here.
Nice.
Perfect. And then let's go ahead and try it again. Another mind sliver.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw.
These are
There's
so
a-
beautiful.
That is a 10.
So it fails. It's going to take only 1 point of psychic damage, but it does have disad on its next saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Finn, anything else from you?
That's all I can do.
All right. Andy, you're up. Aaron, you're on deck.
Okay. I'd like to go where I can't see where Duothy is.
Duathy is directly in front of the creature.
Okay.
Right there.
Is there somewhere I can go?
Sup?
That if I don't know, use my breath weapon, a 15-foot cone would maybe hit the thing and the tree. Probably not, but the thing.
Yeah.
Actually, here it would.
Great.
However, as you are spending your turn on this bridge, I do need
Another
a
one.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You got this.
As you walk across, it begins to wobble, especially with the movement in the water now.
My hands are so sweaty. Okay, wait. Saving. Okay. Nope. That's a 4.
Okay. As you rush to
Oh,
the
this is
edge,
my worst nightmare.
you tumble in. You are in the water, and you can feel the water is beginning to move you, but it's not very flowy.
Okay.
You do see your feet are not touching the bottom, so you are swimming. So you are in the water and swimming now.
Can you swim?
But you are also now within 5 feet of it.
Okay, I'm just gonna let off my breath weapon. Then will I hit my friends?
From here, you would hit. Yes, you would hit your friends.
Okay.
You could turn your head in such a way, actually. Yeah, you can turn your head in such a way that you'd be able to hit just it and the tree as
Okay,
well.
great. That would be awesome. Might as well make something of falling in the water.
As- What type of damage does your breath weapon do?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. So as Andy falls into the water, there's a moment that her head pops up and there's just and this cloud of necrotic energy comes out.
man.
As not a scream, but you get the sense that it essentially is from being in the water.
Yeah.
Is that a saving throw
miserable.
for me?
Yeah, Dex
And
saving
it's
throw.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
It's called synergy.
Wow. That's still a 15.
That saves. But yeah. Yeah, half damage.
Do trees get dex saves?
So that's a
It
10.
hits.
So that's 5.
5 points.
necrotic.
Of necrotic damage.
Hey.
All
Something.
right. And you feel as though some of that energy went towards the tree as well, but from here you aren't really able to see what happens.
Okay. Well, great.
All right.
That's.
Is Chauncey going to do anything?
I mean, he can't really go anywhere. So no, he'll stay where he is.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Aaron, you're up. Duathy, you're on deck.
Okay, hearing another sudden splash in the water, I will peek my head up. I'll stand up using half my movement. I see everybody's congregating and like, God, and I will then bonus action dash back towards Chauncey in that direction, 30 feet.
30 will get you here.
And then I will send another round of magic missile
Okay.
over Andy's head. Okay. Another 12 points of force damage
Nice.
to the creature.
As the bolts, you can see the impact rippling across its body.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Duathy.
I knew I was on deck too. Okay, so I'm gonna swallow. Okay, I feel like my little eyes are just visible above the vines, and that's probably about it.
About.
Okay.
You can attempt to escape the grapple. It would be either a strength or acrobatics check.
No need.
Okay.
Around me here, is there anywhere sort of that I can see as I'm looking around frantically?
Sure.
That I could land that would still keep me within 10 feet of the monster, but also would not be in the water?
There's a section by the tree.
Well, it's better than where I am. So I'm going to take a moment and close my eyes and breathe as much as I can. And my body fades away and I become skeletal and ghostly. And I would like to float over towards that spot on the ground.
As a spectral form of Duathi, as it is suddenly just holding a spiritual skeleton, then you move through its limbs.
Ooh, creepy.
And here.
Great. And as that happens, I would then like to pull my hands down towards the ground and cast Wither and Bloom.
Yes.
So I am going to need a save. It is a con save.
That is going to be a 17.
That is too much, but it still is going to take some damage.
Too much.
That is going to still be 3 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And I get to use one of my unspent hit dice to heal myself.
Nice. There we go.
All right.
I'm going to use one to heal her. Ah! Crap muffins. So that is only going to be 4 points of healing.
All right. Duathi places her hand on the floor.
Something.
You can see black tendrils like veins go out from the stone as part of this creature's life is sucked away and pulled into Duathi. Anything else from you, Duathi?
Nope. That should do it.
Okay. That brings us to the creature that moves around. It doesn't appear to be looking at anything in particular. Reaction, con save on its
please.
turn. That is going to be an 11.
Ha!
Yeah.
This is going to be 2 points of necrotic damage. I will whittle you away, creepy vine thing.
It is going to do one slam attack against you, Aiken.
Oh, hey.
That's only going to be a 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Second slam attack is going to actually, yeah, it is also going to come at you, Aiken.
Great.
Ooh, it's going to be 14 to hit.
No.
Nice.
Bonk. Bonk.
That is going to be it, where it stays on its turn. Doesn't seem to be moving.
Alright.
It seems to be focusing on the creatures that are around it, which is going to bring us to Aiken. You are up. Finn, you're on deck. Andy, you're in the hole.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep hacking away at this thing and action longsword. Not with a natural 1, I'm not.
Okay.
Gotta stop.
Is there enough room for me on the bank next to the tree to be within 5 feet of Duathi?
It would be tight, but you think so.
You know, I have a big family. I'm used to tight quarters. I would like to move there without being, like, out of its range.
You're looking right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Getting cozy.
Okay. Anything else from you, Aiken?
That's all.
That is going to bring us to Finn. You are up. Andy, you are on deck.
From my vantage point, as Andy fell in the water and let the breath weapon out against the tree, I would have liked to see if the tree reacted, or if the thing reacted to the tree being damaged at all. Is that something I would have picked up on, or?
You can give me a reactive insight check.
Okay, that'll work. It's a 9.
All right. You didn't seem to see this thing reacting to any sort of damage that the tree might have taken. But from this vantage point, you did see parts of the tree begin to wither away, even though it does mostly look dead at this point.
All right. Well, that's a problem for another time. Let's before I got inside the mine, pal, let's continue to burrow in with a mind spike. This time, a 2nd level spell. I need a wisdom save this time.
Okay. It's going to be a 9.
Ooh, that'll fail. So it will not only take, that's 7, 12, 13 points of psychic damage. Also, I am now tapped into its presence, so it cannot go invisible or hide. Wherever it goes, I know as long as it's on this plane of existence.
Okay.
Whoa.
Cool.
For
Ooh.
the duration of my concentration.
Okay, Finn.
Up to now.
Okay.
From here, I would like to, just try to take a couple steps back. This way, putting me, the tree between me and it. Hopefully it doesn't know where I am.
Gotcha. All right.
And that'll be me.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Andy. You're up. Aaron, you're on deck.
Am I moving?
At the start of your turn, you do drift about 5 feet downstream.
Oh, hey.
Cool. Hey friends, if someone could help me out of here, that would be great. This is my nightmare. I'll just breath weapon it again.
Okay.
'Cause why not?
Con save?
Dex.
Dex save. It's just going to be a 17. Or, well, I say just a 17. That is going to be a 17.
Yeah, that saves. It takes 4 points of necrotic damage. I'll have Chauncey just move to the spot right next to the bridge. Yeah,
Cool.
right there. And that'll be my turn as I'm just like, I can spear, help.
All right. That will then bring us to Aaron.
No,
And
All right.
Duafi, you're on deck.
I see Ike moving into position, and I see an opportunity for me to seize an advantage. So I'm going to bonus action dash across the bridge. Bonus action and movement to dash across from Ike.
And as soon as you get onto the bridge, dexterity saving throw, please.
That is going to be a 23.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Can I get in flanking with Ike actually as I run by?
You'd have to stay on the bridge.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
As I do that, I will draw my rapier, and I will go for the squishy bits. and take
Okay,
an
there
attack.
are many of them. Go ahead and roll that
I'll take an attack
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, this whole thing's
That is going to be 14. Probably is not going to do it.
14 just misses.
Okay. You said I have a little bit of movement left then to get off the bridge.
Yeah, you got, you've got 20 feet left.
I see. I will. As I kind of miss with my slash, I'll see Icon across the way, and I will steady myself and actually stay put.
Sounds good. That will bring us to Duafi. You are up.
All right. If at first you don't succeed, how close can I go around Icon a little bit and get right up there by this bit of land there and take
Here?
another chomp? Yeah.
You can get
Should
next
we
to it on the tree here,
You know
and
what? That's
from here, both of you are pretty much
Yeah.
on either side of the scar, and you can feel the warmth. It's not hot, but it is
warm.
just warm that is behind you. But you can make an attack here, and this will be at advantage with Aaron.
all right. My mouth splits open again.
Another primal ravage as you sink your snake-like teeth into this creature.
Get it.
Oh, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Yeah. Okay. That is going to be. Let me double check that I'm reading it right. Okay, that is going to be 7 points of acid damage.
Okay. Duathi, anything else from you?
Since that was a cantrip, I'm going to take a quick second and reach my hand around for my bracelet and try and hold it into the palm of my free hand, and I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
At first level. Oof, that's going to be only. I think it. Ooh. Math.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's going to be 5 points of healing.
5 points of healing. All right. Bringing us to this creature at the start of its turn. Con save.
Yep.
Whittle it.
When in doubt.
That is a 16.
Damn.
That spores out.
Finn, as you are connected to this creature and able to essentially see it with your mind's eye, the rest of you see this creature begin to, as if it's absorbing water, grow in all of its vines, and its roots begin to twist and turn. And that is what you see. Finn, you see, with your connection to it, its lower body begin to grow and extend down underneath the water.
Oh.
But then suddenly, what you thought were its 2 extended legs, you're no longer connected to them, and it reverts back to its normal size.
What does that mean?
Inspired, whatever it means.
Yeah.
With its action, it is going to go after that which is biting it.
Disadvantage reaction.
Okay.
Nice.
My armor class is 18 now.
Ooh.
That's just an 11 to hit. With its second attack, with a natural 1.
There we go.
Yeah. Its vines going out, unable to get any more purchase now that you've seen it move.
Yeah. Duck down underneath it again, my jaw reclasping into itself.
Bringing us to Aiken. You are up.
Okay. I am. Well, I have one action, you know, it's called action economy, babies. What I'm gonna do is I am going to reach out to Andy and try to haul her up
All right.
as well and plop her next to me.
Give me that strength check. It's easy enough to reach down and grab. Andy's not moving very quickly.
Strength check is a 14.
14. Andy, you are grabbed and being lifted up. Your movement speed will be halved.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, 15. No, you're pulled up out of the water, and you land on the side of the tree.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Aiken.
Okay. You're welcome. I don't want to drop that on you. Okay, cool. That's my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn,
Oh,
the
boy.
edge of the water begins to bubble.
Oh no.
As what look like extensions of its own limbs.
That's what happened.
One
Not good.
laps up onto the water's edge there.
Great.
The other one clambers onto the bridge.
No, get the hell out of here.
And they're going to take their turns.
Too many plants on the dance floor.
Those were its legs.
The one at the edge there is, as it comes in, it stands onto the ground. Yeah. You can see with each step the vines grow out. And they grow out to a 15-foot radius.
Whoa.
No longer.
So I am going to need a. Let's see. From Andy, Aiken, and Duathi, I need a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Hey.
Can I use a charge from my armor of magical strength? So I get to use, I think, my intelligence modifier.
I believe so.
Sweet.
That's great.
Is that
Yeah.
number 7?
That is a 0.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
So that Okay, sorry, this is confusing. It
It's all good.
says strength check or strength saving throw. It can expend one charge to add a bonus to the roll equal to its intelligence modifier. So I do a strength and then
add
also
your intelligence modifier.
Okay. I mean, I think strength is +0, so it doesn't matter anyway. So that's a 21.
Jeez.
That's a 5.
Oh no.
I think
Okay.
I just spent my little burst of energy.
Andy, as you are pulled up onto the rock, you see these planks like, nope, 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 and you lift up. You can feel the vines trying to grab and anchor your feet in the ground, but you rip them apart. Duathi and Aiken, you are both restrained. You may make a check on your turns to try and break free of this.
Beginning or end?
You can use your action to do it. Oh! The other one
This is September 17th yet.
is going to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
So as it clambers up onto the bridge and pulls up to its full height, Aaron, you turn and you see just this smaller mound of vines. As it lumbers towards you, it takes its first step and falls into the water.
I love it.
Suck it.
It would be funny if this weren't terrifying.
Exactly.
Is it then?
How does it feel to also face plant in the water?
It disappears
Oh,
as it
crap.
appears to then swim under its
Oh my god,
The
not good, not good.
other creature.
How did that become worse?
All right, that's going to be it for those, which is going to bring us to Finn. You are up. Andy, you're on deck. Aaron, you're in the hole.
Great. I get the sense that the psychic damage I've been doing has been effective, or does it seem to be reacting normally?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is flinching in pain every time. Doesn't seem to have any issues with it.
Excellent. All right.
Well-
Well, we're going to target this this new little guy that's between me and the big guy.
Okay.
And we're going to convert the damage type on Ice Knife to be psychic.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yes, this will be first a attack roll. Ooh, that's very good. 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
All right. And so it takes 1d10 piercing.
All right.
Sorry, no, psychic.
Yeah. So
Um,
as you conjure up an icy dagger and fling it, not with your hand, it's just hovering in your hand, and it goes forward. As soon as it leaves the space that is your hand, it vanishes into a psychic sliver.
Damn right. So 19 to hit, and then 5 points of psychic damage. Then as it hits, it explodes. And there's nothing besides the tree within 5 feet of it.
That is correct.
But the target and each creature within 5 feet must take a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
to take some additional psychic damage.
Okay. Go ahead, and it's going to make that dexterity saving throw. That's going to be a 19.
So it'll save. It doesn't take the damage. The tree, though.
Okay.
Potentially. would.
The tree fails its saving throw. Doesn't appear to take any psychic damage.
That's that makes sense. That tracks. That does track. Great.
The tree doesn't
Um,
take psychic damage, you
Great.
say.
And then there's nothing like around here for me to just duck behind. I assume.
Not really, no.
All right, cool. Well, I'm not afraid, so I'll stay put.
Okay. Then
not.
bringing us to Andy. Aaron, you're on deck. Duathi, you are on.
I'm in some plants.
Yeah.
Even
Just like us.
So, just a question:
Mhm.
are the stats for my hammer the same if I just use it as a hammer rather than a returning hammer?
It's still just I believe it's a +1 hammer.
Okay. So it doesn't have the same kind of added hit to it.
+1 on top of what it would normally.
Yes.
have.
So it'll get an added +1 bonus.
Okay, but my intelligence isn't
No.
added. Okay. Then I'm gonna throw it at the viney guy on the other side of the tree.
Okay.
Um,
I'll say from this angle.
is that weird?
It's got some cover, so its AC is going to be increased.
Can I move to the
you
side
can,
of
and
the?
as you lift your legs to step, you can feel the vines still trying to grasp. They're not able to hold you down anymore, but it is difficult terrain.
Okay. I just want to move to the other side.
Yeah, you're able to get right here, and you've got a clear shot at him.
Okay, cool. That's a 21 to hit.
21 absolutely hits.
Alright. That's for 5 points of bludgeoning.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as this hammer thunk, hits the creature on the side. You can see it's what would be its neck essentially breaks as it regrows back together. Looks over, and with this creature as opposed to the initial one, you do see 2 vacant areas where eyes would be.
Weird. Okay.
As your hammer thunk comes back to your hand.
Okay. It's not worth it. I'm thinking of if I want to send Chauncey over the bridge, and it's really not worth it. Because we're in big trouble if he goes into the water. Yeah, let's not. Okay, that'll be my turn then.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Aaron. You are up. Duathi, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna steady my legs on the bridge, and I'm just gonna stare up at this creature. Come on, you saggy sack of seaweed, let him go! And I'm taking another stab at the creature in front of me.
All right, that will be at advantage.
Come on. That is a 15 to hit.
15. Just hits.
Yes! Okay, cool. So get some sneak attack in there. So that is going to be another 11 points of piercing damage. This is with Booming Blade. So as that happens, from the rapier's hilt, a kind of light blue and reddish bubble almost emerges and encapsulates the entire thing, and it's just kind of hovering around its form. I'd then like to bonus action disengage and continue my traverse across the bridge to the other side.
Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you really quick?
Yep.
I'm sure you will.
That is a 21.
Yeah, you're fine. All right. 10 feet, or 5 feet will get you here, 10 feet up here. As soon as you move there, it does lash out and attempt to hit you with its reaction.
Disengage?
Oh, yeah, disengage.
Rogue stuff!
What do you wanna get to?
I just want to. I'm trying to entice it. I'm trying to lure it to me. So I'm going to. Once I get there, I'm just going to back up another 10 feet towards you, Scott. Actually.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that direction.
All
yeah,
right.
about there. That will finish my turn.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to Duathi. You are up.
All right. Is there anywhere within 30 feet about of where I'm currently standing that would also get me on the ground and opposite of Aiken?
On the ground and opposite of Aiken. On the ground, no. On the bridge, yes.
You've done the bridge. What could go wrong?
Only everything.
We found out.
Screw it. All right. Let's do this one more time. Will I still be able to reach the creature from the bridge?
Yes.
One more time.
And do you stay ghostly the whole turn, or you do
until
become...
the start of my next turn.
But you stay on the material plane, correct?
That's correct.
Cool.
I'm still on the material plane. I'm just...
You're just...
Okay. Spoopy.
As you ghost teleport to the other side, and then as your feet land, you wobble. Can I get a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Aiken, you don't need
Morgan.
actions, right?
As you fall backwards, you are still able to... You still have your movement, and you can still attack while you're in the water.
Did that take my action?
Falling in?
Yeah.
No, that's just a... It just happens.
It's a
Get
free
back-
action.
I want to get back on the damn bridge.
All right, trying to get back on the bridge will be your action.
Falling is a free action.
Yeah.
Fine, you know what? We'll just do this while we are here. Then I didn't bring my spirit with me today, apparently. That's okay. I will, in that case, let's just do chill touch then.
All right. So swimming up, you are under the bridge for these purposes. Doing a chill touch. You still have advantage with the flanking, but you are in the water, which would give you disadvantage. So
It's a
straight roll.
Am I within 5 feet of it?
Hmm?
Yeah. Oh!
You're just under the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in that case, that would actually be a disadvantage because it's ranged.
Oh,
So in that case, this thing, so let me double check.
Oh,
Yeah,
chill
it's
touch.
ranged.
mm.
So in that case, screw it. In that case, I'm going to start spending some spell slots. I'm going to reach out towards it and try and, as my fingers are still sort of incorporeal, lace them into the inside of this creature and cast inflict wounds.
Okay.
Ooh, cool. Oh, come on! Switch it out. Switch it out.
That's the third natural
one
on that. So I think it would break.
You gotta break them in.
Unfortunately, as you go, you feel the necrotic energy heading towards it, but it moves out of the way. Anything else from you, Duathia? All right, that is going to take us to the creature.
Gun save.
It's going to make its con save. That is a 19.
It's trying.
And as if it can feel what has been latched onto, it is going to make 2 attacks against Eigen.
Oh, okay. I mean, you still have height.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, God.
No, I don't have silvery box on this character.
Round one.
Nope.
It's like instinctual now.
I know.
I know.
Another Myra cat. No, can't protect myself. Okay.
That is 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Is it?
Holy
It is.
moly.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, immediately just see like spray of blood from my
boy.
face. Damn, crits hurt.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I read this wrong.
Oh.
Second attack, however, is just a 15 to hit.
That one I duck and take the brunt of it on my shield.
Okay. That is going to be it for this creature.
Just wipe my mouth and say, piece of shit! And bring up my longsword and slice at it.
Go ahead and swing back.
For a 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Oh, there it is. For 9 points of slashing damage. A smart paladin would have used lay on hands on themselves.
Number 17.
Anything else from you?
Well, I can't really do anything else.
Excuse you?
Oh, sorry. No, that's it.
Knock the
I'm just
accent
gonna
right out of you.
stay in position.
All
I can
right.
cast Soldier Self.
You're here first.
Oh, because I'm restrained anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Want to move next
Oh,
to
yeah.
here. Well, it's gonna. It is next to you. And it is going to make a single attack against Andy.
Oh, that was a 20. I need to use con save.
Mm.
That is a 16 to hit.
Shield.
Nice.
As the creature brings its arm, and on a much smaller scale, you can see the vines coming out to lash at you as a beam of energy comes out from you and stops it from hitting you.
Dang right.
No, as the one, Duathi, as you are swimming up against this creature, you feel something swirling underneath you, and it's going to make an attack against you
Alright.
at disadvantage because it is in the water. Okay, that's a 6 to hit.
Oh, no. Too ghostly. Ooh.
Is then going to
Spooky.
crawl up onto the land here.
Rude.
And that's that's gonna be its turn.
After I got hit,
Mm-hmm.
the petals on Duathi's spectral crown start falling and shriveling as my concentration was broken from that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decided
bell
he was
rung.
Not doing great.
This is gonna bring us to the top of the round. Finn, you're up. Andy, you're on deck. Aaron, you're in the hole.
That was a mistake.
The one that just crawled out of the water, is it within 5 feet of Duathi? / is it within 5 feet of the monster? The big guy?
It is not within 5 feet of Duathi, but it is within 5 feet of the monster.
Great. Let's do another ice knife.
Okay.
Let's do some experimenting this time and make a fire.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why not?
It's either work really well or not very well, I bet.
That's it. So I'm hoping. Or it's just not gonna work at all because that's eek. Sorry. An 11 to hit.
An 11 to hit. As the ice knife created begins to burn as it leaves your hand, it goes flying and goes in between the two of them
Right.
and continues on down the tunnel until...
Hit or miss, the shard explodes
Okay.
near the creature.
So as it is flying between the two of them, it erupts.
So dex save from both.
Okay. From the big one, that is going to be a 16,
That'll save.
and the small one is going to be a 12.
That'll fail. So the small one takes 9 points of fire.
All right. And as the fire erupts, you can see the flames hit the creature, and there's a mostly of steam coming off of it. Doesn't seem to have hurt as much.
Too damp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I had a feeling, but it was worth
Yep.
the testing.
Science.
Yeah, for science.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll I don't really have any bonus action, so yeah, that'll be me.
Okay. Andy, you are up. Aaron, you are on deck. Duathi, you're in the hole.
Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna hit the tree with my hammer.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Whoa, that flew. Okay, that is 19.
19 hits as you into the side of the tree.
It's only 2 points of bludgeoning.
All right. It seems really sturdy, even for being a dead tree.
Good
But it has
rolls.
taken some damage.
You summon a Bagura.
I don't know. It was worth a try.
Hornets.
It's really frustrating that Chauncey is all the way over there.
Try to get back. Yep, it was fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Can I not move past this guy right now?
You can't move through him, but you could go around the tree.
Like the other way.
Yeah. Isn't Aiken the other way?
But I'm an ally.
Yeah, you can move through allies.
Oh, okay. Cool. I would like to just move as far
Alright.
as I
As
can.
you step away
I
from that
know.
one, it is going to make an attack.
Do I still have my shield, or does it
It's
end
gone at the
on
start of
my
your turn.
So it's
But with an 8 to hit.
Yeah, no.
good.
And you're able to get over here.
Okay.
Did you want to go anywhere else?
I guess toward the red mushrooms,
Towards the red mushrooms.
as far as I can go.
Well, I can't go
30
very
feet
far
there.
right now.
The
I
large
think I
creature is
can-
going to make an attack as well.
Okay.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Does that happen when she's within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to use my reaction then to make that a disadvantage.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't do much. but
It's a
try.
natural 1.
Yo!
Nice.
Protection.
Great. Just great. Thank you. Cool. That will be my turn.
Okay. That, Aaron, you are up. and Duathi, you are on deck.
All right, if possible, GM, I'd love to dig my heels in, advance towards the larger plant creature. I know I'll be next to the spawn.
On the bridge or on the rock?
On the rock, please. Yep. And I will take a nice deep long lunge and attack again.
Okay.
With my rapier. Another booming blade attack at the big guy.
Okay.
That's okay. Moving on. Bonus action, disengage. Run towards Andy.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, Duathi.
All right. Do I move any? Is the water?
It tries to. Well, actually,
Because I'm under the bridge, technically.
it kind of pushes you into it.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is sort of crap. There's nothing. No flanking. Nothing I can really do right here, right?
Well, you are flanking, which is making it a straight roll.
Oh,
you're
that's
flanking
right.
with me.
That's
Yeah.
right. There you are. Alicia's.
I'm stuck, buddy.
Me too. You know, we're going to.
We're having a great night.
Yeah, we're doing
Yes,
great.
going so good.
In that case, still don't have sticks, so I will use my my turn again to. This time, I pull back my hands and my fingers continue to grow out these sharp blackened barbs from the fingertips, and I'm going to try and grab into this thing with another Primal Ravage.
Okay.
Chompsy.
That's going to be a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Alright.
Yes.
Great. That is going to be. It's a D10. I think. Yes. That is going to be 5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Oh.
And then for my bonus action, I will look over at Icon and say, "You're going to be okay, all right?" And as you do, just a little bit of soft energy touches to you, and I'm going to heal you for 8.
Oh. Duathi, I could hug you right now.
Oh, you really can't.
I really can't.
That would be my turn.
Okay. Bringing us to the creature.
Can't say.
I love
It's
Duathi.
22.
Ah! Great.
It is going to continue into Icon,
Hey,
who is
sup?
already restrained by its
Damn.
limbs. That is a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Nope. Oh,
Oh no.
not good.
Okay. That is 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack
Important.
to a
8.
okay. Canceling out that natural 20.
No!
Freaking
RJ.
stole
Well played, buddy. How'd you know? How did you know?
That is a 15 to hit.
Behind the chair.
Aaron's eyes just fare the brightest blue you've ever seen as he sees a salad being chopped at the local inn, and it's spoiled in the middle, and the chef slups it into the trash.
Stop.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What?
Icon, it's your turn.
You.
I think I make a briefest of eye contact with you, just like,
There's this moment
bro.
where you experience this alternate reality where its second arm hits you and it pulls you inside of it and you become part of it, and in this whirlwind you find yourself back in this reality, but you're staring head turned to Aaron.
Oh god.
At this point, bonus action, Wrathful Smite, and like, it almost looks like I grow thorns.
Ooh, yeah.
Just a little bit. And I'm gonna take an attack with my action at this thing.
This will be at advantage because of Duathi.
For a 24? No, I'm not that high level yet. 21.
21 hits.
To hit. And
Still
I
something.
think that's a d6
That's
of.
pretty good.
With our spells.
Yeah, so for max damage on the slashing, for 10 points of slashing, and 1 point of psychic. And it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a 5.
It's frightened of me until the spell ends. Oh, concentration again.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. And so as an action later, it can continue to make a wisdom check to steal its resolve.
So as
So it's now afraid of me.
you hit it, you feel its whole body that had grown suddenly shrink. Doesn't make any sound, but it does very clearly react poorly to you.
I think my eyes kind of look like a rose red right now.
All right.
Man!
Bring us these creatures. This one is going to move over here. And it is going to make one attack against you, Aaron. It's a 13 to hit.
Shield.
As you also wall of energy out between you and it.
The eyes are still glowing blue, but my pendant just springs up, and from it, a stained glass red and blue swirl of energy will surround me as I'm still eyes locked on Icon. Nice.
The second one steps up, and as it places its feet, the vines grow out. I need a strength saving throw from Andy and Aaron.
I'll spend another charge.
Oop, in the tray.
And oh wait, no, Dorothy, you're in the water.
Right. Right.
This was clearly a strategy.
It's working.
No, it's
I-
a plant.
Add just my regular intelligence modifier, not my intelligence saving throw.
Just the modifier.
Okay. That's a 13.
Okay. And
An 11.
an 11. Andy, that is a save. Finn, that is not. Or Aaron, that
Yep.
is not.
Okay.
good.
As you feel, again, the vines come up, wrapping around your ankles and holding you in place. Andy, you are able to pull them away. This 15 feet around this creature is difficult terrain now. But Aaron, you are restrained.
Okay.
That is it for that creature. Bringing us to the top of the round. Finn, you are up. Andy, you are on deck. Aaron, you're in the hole.
All right, well, we're just going to do the thing that cannot miss and let out a barrage of magic missiles. And I know my friends are in danger, but let's go for the big guy.
Okay.
This will be with the psychic damage that I know will work. That's 4, 8, and 10 points of psychic into the big guy.
10 points of psychic damage. All right.
And with not a lot of places to go, I'm going to hold my ground here and end my turn.
Finn holding their ground. Andy, you're up. Aaron, you're on deck. Duathi, you're in the hole.
Okay, what around me can I catapult?
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Looking about, there's not a lot of loose stone in here. It is mostly. What's the range on this?
90 feet.
90 feet.
Jeebus. Oh, Chauncey's too heavy.
I know. If only.
Please fling the badger.
don't-
Please fling the badger.
I can't.
How far do you fling the thing? Like 90 feet is the range, and you fling it how far?
Yeah, I mean, so the range is 60 feet, and it says in a object flies in a straight line up
Gotcha.
to 90 feet.
You don't see any loose objects. Give me a quick perception.
Okay. That's a 13.
13. As you look up, you see along the edge of the opening some stone that might be loose. But it also is not, you think it's just barely out of your range. You would need to get closer to it somehow.
Okay. Does it? Okay. Weird question.
Mhm.
Does it seem like the big guy has like a maw?
From the angles that you have seen, it's just a mass.
It's just a bunch of roots.
Mhm.
Okay. I was like, can we throw the poison mushroom in its mouth?
Fine.
Cool. Then,
It's worth a try.
all right. I'm just gonna use my hammer again then at the big guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll that attack roll.
That is a natural 20
Yeah,
it
let's
is,
go.
baby.
Come on.
or a 26,
Mhm.
and then it's double.
Double the die.
Okay.
Double the die.
Why do I keep rolling ones?
No.
But that's 1, 2, 5. So 10 points of
Well, no,
bludgeoning.
you only double what is on
Oh,
the die.
sorry.
So two plus everything.
Okay, 2 plus 3, 5. So 6 points of bludgeoning.
All right.
Hey, something.
Something.
Yeah.
It's not 0.
And then I'll start where the opening is on the other side of the
Yes,
bridge.
it's over here.
Oh, it's over there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll
Or
start.
there is up this way.
Right, I'll start moving towards Finn then
Okay.
to see if I can
Hello.
grab. It's the stupid accent.
You're able to just get right there.
Okay. All right. That will be my turn.
Okay.
Poor Chauncey's just sitting over there.
Aaron,
Pardon my turn.
you are up.
It's
Duafi, you are on deck.
useless.
Well, do not like being screwed to the ground, so I'm going to try my damnedest to try and shuffle off the vines. Can
Okay.
I attempt to break out of this?
I need another strength saving throw.
Saving throw.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or sorry, this is a strength check.
Sorry, check. Okay. That's a 10.
You're still stuck.
Damn. Okay.
And yep.
Yep. Okay. Without much anything else to do with the bonus action, I am gonna stay put.
Okay.
Yep.
Duafi, you are up.
Alright. Still have flanking. Do I got spell slots? Starting to look a little bit rough.
Warlock rough or druid rough?
Fair enough. Okay. We are going to try inflict wounds again.
Okay.
So I will once again reach out my hand.
You have flanking.
I do, but I'm in the water, so it does
Oh,
take a
even touches at this. Oh, bummer, man.
That is going to be a 16 to hit, though.
16 hits.
Yes, it does.
Murder it.
Please. Death jump.
Sounds like a metal band.
Death
Yeah.
jump. Death jump. Death jump.
Oh, that is going to be. That is going to be 17 points of necrotic.
That was so much.
As you are keeping yourself buoyant in the water, you reach out to it, and as the water pushes you into it, your hand becomes slightly skeletal, and the energy goes into the creature, and you can see it rot from the base, and the rot grows. Icon, as you had seen the creature shrivel from your fear, see it begin to rear back up, ready for an attack, as the whole thing shrivels and crumbles onto the ground. in
Oh
front
my
of you.
god, yes. Okay.
That was totally awesome.
And then
I
can
literally
falls
do
in the water.
Yeah.
It's been a day for it.
However, the vines that are restraining both Aaron and Icon remain, and the 2 other creatures
Are still.
are still there.
Okay.
But with the
Untouched.
mind spike that I had to the connection to it, I'm pretty sure it's gone then.
It is dead.
Good. Good.
In that case, yep, that's about that. So, I'm going to. That'll be my turn.
Okay. That'll bring us to Icon. You are up.
Oh, because Mom's so dead. Okay. Am I within 20 feet of either of these other monsters? Looks like it.
Yeah, of both of them.
Okay. The one that is on this side of Aaron, I'm gonna take my spear and just chuck it.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. For a 15
15 hits.
for 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage.
And it's an action to get out of this.
Yes.
Okay. Groovy.
All right. It's going to bring us to the creatures, both of which are going to be attacking Aaron.
Rude.
The first one lashing out at you. Wow. It's a 7 to hit.
That'll miss.
This is the second one. Is an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and it also wraps its vines around you. For what it's worth, you're grappled.
Grappled and restrained.
Wow.
That's okay.
That's great.
Okay.
That is going to be it for those. Bringing us to Finn, you are up. Andy, you're on deck. Aaron, you are in the hole. Dwathi, you're after that. And Aaron, you're bringing up the rear.
Andy, this
Or,
is the
yeah,
most
Icon,
fun
you
I've
bring up the
had in combat so
I knew
far.
it.
This is amazing.
I'm
Let's finish it as
so
I
glad you're
4
having fun.
magic missiles, second level, psychic at the one closest to me.
Okay.
4, 6, 10, and then one more. Ooh, 15 points of psychic.
15 points of psychic. As all 4 of these shards go into this creature, you can see its body crumple as it latches down and takes a knee. But very slowly pulls itself back up. It is looking very bad.
Oh, it's almost there. Well, it's up to you, Andy. That's me.
Okay. Andy, you're up. Aaron, you're on deck.
All right. I'm gonna go grab a rock. From where you said there were stones.
Oh no, I mean it was the opening in the ceiling.
Oh, so up.
Yes.
If you jump past it, maybe.
Nope.
Climb on.
Nope. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna move back towards Erin in distance to throw my hammer, which is 20 feet at the further guy.
All right, you can get there with the difficult terrain.
Okay. That is a soft 20 to
Soft
hit.
20 will hit.
Okay, I'm not rolling that d4 anymore. That's cocked, right?
Yeah.
Gosh darn it! Okay.
Really good, and then it's
Five
fine.
points? 4 points?
It's 5
5 points.
points of bludgeoning.
All right, as the hammer pong,
Something.
hits this one as well, and it reconnects the vines that broke. It's doing all right. And the hammer.
Cool.
Nice.
Great. Fun. I'm having a great time.
Me too, Andy. Me too. It's awesome.
I'm so glad you're having fun. Okay, then that will be my turn.
Okay. Aaron, you are up. Dwathi, you're on deck.
I can just weasel the point of my rapier downwards and then work it way up. I can try and cut myself free. Let's make another attempt to break free.
Okay, so this is from the restraint or the grapple?
From the restraints.
Okay.
It's bad either way, so let's keep her moving. No,
Okay.
done.
Duathi, you are up.
Alright, you said it was an
Oh,
action
no.
to try and get out of the water and onto the ground that is right there.
Yes.
I would like to try to do that, please.
All right, as you are swimming about, action, give me a quick athletics check to climb up.
You can do it. Our training.
Natural 20!
there
For a 19!
All right, as you clamber up, you're feeling a lot better about yourself, though you are still now surrounded by so many different vines.
Yeah, okay. I will shake some of the water off, and I will look over at Aaron. Yeah, that's how it's going to have to be then, I guess. I will look over at how hurt are you looking?
I'm okay. The first hit was the only piece I've taken.
All right. In that case, yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Still probably.
What are we doing, Duathi?
And we're going to cast Healing Word at
Okay.
second level. As I look over and in Elvish mutter under my breath. This child is hurt and needs to be healed. It is going to be 9 points of healing
That was to.
to Aaron.
All right.
That
Duathi,
is
anything
it.
else on your turn?
No,
Okay.
that's all I can do.
I can.
Strength check to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. In the thing.
Oh, it was so.
It's a 5.
You're still restrained.
Sick. That's an action.
Okay. The one between Aaron and Andy. What's the range on your spores, Duathi?
10 feet. Is it within range?
It is.
Can save, please.
14.
That is a failure.
Okay.
Yes.
That is going to be 3 points of necrotic
3 points of
damage.
necrotic damage. This one that had taken a knee and is slowly raising itself up slumps over and dissolves.
Yes.
You are no longer restrained. As the vines also wither away. The other one that is next to you, Aaron, is going to make its attack. It's a 15 to hit
That'll hit.
for another 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is it for that one. Bringing us to the top of the round. Finn, you're up. Andy, you are on deck. Aaron, you're on the hole.
All right, well, let's just clean this up and get this over with. As I use my last spell slot on magic missile again on this last guy. So that'll be good 11 points
11
of psychic.
points of psychic damage. As this last one lunges out at you, it kind of rears back, its other hand still holding on to you, and you can see the glow coming from behind you of the blue psychic energy as it wraps around you and all four into its head, which
Ew.
Sorry, Aaron.
a little bit of mostly water just hits you in the face. The creature falls. And with all of these beings destroyed, we are going to take a break.
I hate everything.
This is awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back to see what is going on in this cave, what is going on with this tree. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We hope that we enjoyed your break. Before we get back into this episode, just a couple of quick things. If you've been enjoying our show, please consider subscribing to us on whatever channel it is that you are watching through. If you'd like to support us, you can subscribe to us on Twitch. You can also head over to Patreon and support us over there. I say that because a reminder that after the show tonight, we're going to be over in our Discord doing an after-show hangout where you can watch us decompress after today's episode. We're going to need it.
Why?
And also, if you do not have access to those channels and you are subscribed to us, be sure to let us know in Discord. We will do our best to help you out as soon as possible. So, now that these creatures, whatever they were, have fallen into a mass of now vines and branches resting on the stones, and some of it being carried away down this river, what would you all like to do?
I would like to lay on hands myself. I'm just going to use half of them to bring me back up to 15.
Okay.
Oi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does it look like the creature is floating away with the current, or is it too dense for this current to take it down
It seems
the
as though chunks of it are left on the stone itself,
Okay.
and whatever is there seems to be anchoring it to.
Okay. Okay.
Can we take a look at the tree? Are there still embers in there? What's going on?
Sure. Looking over at the tree, you can see there is still the large scar and the soft glow of embers from the inside.
I would like to go up to the tree and see if I can figure out if... I'm not really sure what I'm looking for with it, but I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if this fire is burning the tree from the inside out, or if it is something that came into the tree. Just what's going on with where the fire came from.
Sure. Give me a nature check.
No, that's only going to be an 11.
An 11. This is very unusual, but it doesn't look as though the scar is... Doesn't look as though the embers have caused this scar. And also doesn't look as though it's the remnants of a raging fire. They just seem to be constant.
Is there anything about this tree that looks or feels familiar?
How close to it are you?
I figured I'm getting fairly close to it.
Okay, so like right up to it?
Right up to it.
All right. Looking about it, familiar in that you recognize this outline, but you haven't really
This is
seen
an M3.
anything like this.
Okay.
But as you are looking at it, you do see a little bit of movement in the branches.
Oh.
As you look up, you see one of the branches kind of twists and turns, and you see two little eyes open up. And it looks like a small creature made of wood. And actually looking at this, you realize it's not a section of the branch at all, but it is just a little something that was holding perfectly still. A little leg. And it then kind of walks along the branch and looks around.
Oh, hello. I'm going to try Druidic first. Hello, little friend. How are you doing today?
As it kind of looks down at you, you see a second set of movement happening from the opposite side of the tree as another little wood creature walks over and grabs a hold of the trunk and crawls its way along the side and stands next to the other one as they both kind of look down at you.
Hello. This is sort of a long shot. Do you happen to understand me?
Was that in...
In Druidic.
and then look down. one of them kind of lowers down, wiggles itself, and jumps. It lands on the stone, and then
Oh.
backs up to the tree, and looking around at anyone else seeing.
Okay, let's try something else. Let's try Sylvan. Okay, how about this one? Does this make any sense to you, adorable little creature?
It kind of hides back behind the tree,
Oh,
peeks its
okay.
head out,
Okay,
and it
okay.
looks up at the other one. The other one looks back down, looks at the rest of you.
Does
I-
it look like it's biomimicry, like camouflage, or that it's actually made out of wood?
You can give me a nature check. I'm going to say this is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
'Cause you're not really able to go up and
Frick.
check them.
Hey. As I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Are we talking?
At Disad, that was a nat 20 and then a 4. So nature,
Mhm.
5.
5. They look like they're made of wood.
Great.
Like smaller than
Little twiggy
Corkryn,
guys?
or similar size?
Smaller.
Even
These
smaller.
are tiny creatures.
Oh, okay.
They're
Oh.
coming up maybe maybe a foot and a half.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Duathy, if you don't, I could spend a little bit of energy and try to talk to them.
Sure.
I don't know if they're animals.
I don't think they are, but I could give it a try.
What are you
Is that
speaking in right now?
Well, I'm just talking to.
So I assume you're
in
speaking
common.
in common.
As you're speaking, it kind of looks up.
Oh, I was trying too hard. Okay. Hello, little creatures. Hi.
You see it kind of has little branches to make a little 4-fingered hand.
Wait, have you been taking care of the mushrooms in here?
Looking at you, just kind of starts trudging along towards the back mushrooms and gets up to them and gives the top a little pat.
Oh,
And starts looking around and fiddling with them.
good job, guys.
One of the ones that's still nearby.
There's the one still on the top branch, and then one that's off tending to some of the mushrooms.
This scar. How did it? Does it need to be healed? Is it fixed?
Looks at you, looks back down at the scar, shrugs,
Same.
and it then hops down, starts walking over to the bridge. It gets on, steadies itself. Just step, 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 step.
I would die
Step.
for these creatures.
I will kill for these creatures.
No.
Wait,
I think you just
did.
did, yeah.
Was it okay that we killed that big thing? Was that something that was bothering you? I hope it was all right and not your friend. If so, I'm going to feel a little bad.
Which one are you saying this to?
Whichever one is closest. There's still one right by the tree, right?
No, so there's one that's now tending to some of the mushrooms, and the other one is stepping across the
That's
bridge.
the one I was trying to talk to. Right?
Yeah.
The one
Well,
that
There are
was
14 of them.
You're talking to the one tending the mushrooms. It stops and looks up at you and
Oh,
holds up its
good.
thumbs.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel less awful.
That's good. Was that all of them? Do
Looks
you
over at
know?
and gives up its thumbs.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay, this is good news.
There-
So, no, go ahead.
There was a gnome that was coming in, a little man. Used to come in here a couple of weeks back. Were you friends with him as well?
As you're talking to this one, it kind of looks over, stops tending to the mushrooms, and walks up to you and listens. And
Little guy. He got attacked by the big guys. But the mushrooms, he was tending to them before.
kind of tilts its head, looking at you inquisitively, and just shakes his head.
Okay.
All right. Well,
How long have you been here? Oh, it's the mushrooms again.
And it tilts its head, confused, and just extends its arms out.
You know, time is very hard to track. I totally understand. Okay. Well, if we did have a friend who wanted to help you take care of the mushrooms, would that be all right? If he promised, of course, not to hurt you or damage the mushrooms. He just wants to see if they can be useful for his community. Would that be okay?
He looks back at the mushrooms and looks around at the lot of you, and then kind of gestures to the vines.
I don't know. I don't speak
know
twig.
what that means.
I mean, I could.
Do
And he gestures up at you all. Points back to the vines.
Do the vines respawn into the big guys?
Shakes its head.
No.
Good. Good.
Okay. The vines.
Can I
Us.
come back towards the water and get down into the river,
Mm-hmm.
kind of where I saw the creature emerge from, and just kind of try and search for the source or some sort of root system that it might have been cut off from underneath there. I actually want to get submerge myself and attempt to
Pop your head in the water
Yeah,
and look around.
exactly.
Are you staying on the land or are you?
No, I want to get if you use the map here for reference, right where Dwarfy's standing is kind of where the creature was. So I kind of want to wade into the water and try to use feel along the dead creature's legs and look for see if there's a root system or that leads down that it might still be connected to that. Yeah, it might be causing these creatures any strife.
Yeah, as you go over to the edge of this and you start stepping in the water, it's pretty slippery.
Mm-hmm.
But since this has been carved away over time, it does go pretty quickly, steeply to being. You would have to then just get in. There's not really any waiting.
Okay.
That sounds so refreshing.
As the creature looks back up at you, kind of gestures to you, gestures to the mushrooms, shrugs, gestures to the vines, gestures to the mushrooms, shrugs.
Do you think it's saying... Are you trying to say that you don't know where these big creatures come from and occasionally they just, come out?
Shakes its head.
Shoot. No? Okay. Okay. How about, are you trying to say that only when people like us appear do those big vines... No, shoot, no.
Is it, we took care of the vines, so the mushrooms are ours to do what we'd like? No?
No.
No? I've never played charades with the little stickies.
How many syllables? Can I try and use insight to try and divine what they're saying?
You can try.
Boss isn't more insightful than Emmy. How's that?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
That is going to be a 16.
16. It seems to be relating this back to your question about a friend coming to help. And it seems to be differentiating between you, And-
Oh.
the monster.
And the monster.
Oh.
The friends like us, yes. Not
Okay.
like the monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, the friend is a
Yeah.
friend that's, made of meat stuff.
Gives a little hop.
Okay.
And smaller.
Yeah. He wants to, like you, take care of the mushrooms and possibly use them to help people in the town.
Okay. Give the thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh, good, good.
This scar, the embers, so I'm going to point. Okay, so just to get theater of the mind here,
Yeah.
is the scar deep?
It's almost hollowed out into the inside, but it's
Okay.
not
Yeah.
fully hollow. There is
Okay.
a section that goes into
And then are
Okay.
the embers kind of down at the bottom?
the whole
Throughout.
interior.
Whole
Yeah.
interior.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why don't you give me a nature check?
Yeah, I'm wrought up in its business, so
One of us is going to succeed on this. Come on.
it's a 4. So I'm like, whatever. Still gonna point at it. Are the embers good or bad?
Thumbs up and kind of shambles over to it really quickly. Puts his hands up to it and
Oh.
warms up.
It is warm. It is
Well,
cozy.
I feel like the embers are helping create the atmosphere for the mushrooms to grow.
Yeah.
Corkryn did say
I
that
just
he'd
didn't
never
wanna
seen them
screw
grow
it up.
outside of this kind of environment, so
So-
the tree could be the cause.
Did you come from the tree?
Oh,
And
okay.
it kind of gives the tree trunk a hug.
Oh no.
Okay.
I hug the tree too.
Can we all
Okay.
And it heads back over to the vines and begins shoving them into the water as best as it can. It's
Yeah.
hard work, and you can see it kind of
Oh,
struggling.
I'm just gonna.
It makes no sound, but you hear like a little bit of creaking of the wood as it
Oh.
shoves and shovels it in.
I'll use whatever strength I have to help.
The one that crossed the bridge, it's made its way all the way.
Oh yeah, it's starting to tend to the mushrooms over there.
The
I was gonna say if you're still kind of wading your way into the water, you are able to submerge your head and look down. It doesn't look as though there's any. You do see that this creature was much larger underneath and was continuing to grow down. Looks as though that's the way it was able to support itself at the top of the water.
okay.
But you don't see any roots or anything that appear to be attached to the stone floor. You can see most of this has started to slowly drift away,
Okay.
and just what little was left up top is all that's connected to it.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I would just after then pop my head back up and venture across the bridge again, seeing everyone kind of congregating there. I don't want to lose sight of the one that's wandered off.
Yeah,
in direction
I'll
of Chauncey.
Go across the.
Can you get less than a 10 on your dex saving throws?
Of course.
All right,
Great
go ahead
question.
and give me a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
I asked this now, and we'll eventually ask it
Yeah.
later. And the answer will eventually be
Wait
no.
5 levels.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a soft 20.
Oh, you see. Yeah, you're able to make it across,
Yeah.
no issues whatsoever.
I just kind of want to come hang around this yellow pod of mushrooms on the other side and just kind of observe what it's doing to the mushrooms over there and see if there's any way that any special care it's giving, any specific like ritual or routine that it would do to like take care of them, so I can relay that information better
Absolutely.
to Corkryn.
It appears to mostly be moving around and checking, and it's not doing anything specific to the mushrooms itself, but it is around the base and inspecting it. You see there's moments where there's like a little bit of ash from an earlier flame that wasn't very much. But kind of picks it off. Just seems to be a general general maintaining of it.
Okay. I went across as well. I got a 13.
13 as well going across? Fine.
Yeah.
I would like to go up again to the tree, and it's not really necessarily my specialty, but what I would like to do is see if there is anything that is causing this tree to be on fire, and if it looks as though this tree is going to burn out, or if it is if it is persistent.
I'll say that kind of falls into the same nature check that you did earlier. Yeah, everything that you're able to ascertain at this time, you seem to be able, or you seem to have, Dorothy.
Fine.
This tree
Alright.
is on fire.
I'd like to extend a hand as well and just feel the warmth of the tree and see if I get a sense that if I tried to identify the tree, if it would be the same as identifying a magic item or a mushroom. I could take the time to just
I was
try.
gonna say it's hard to get that sense until you do.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need some time here.
That's fine. I am gonna sit down.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
I'm gonna dangle my feet into the water
Do you
and
think
kind of
you'll-
lean against the trunk of the tree.
If you get some rest, will that give you enough healing to get you through, or do you need me
No.
to give you some magic?
It'll be fine.
Okay.
And now that I know tree good, I'm gonna use the last of my lay on hands. So the last 10,
I'll kind
which
of
is enough.
yay
Ish.
sit next to Chauncey and kind of watch the creature. Not to learn anything, just out of curiosity.
Of course.
Entertainment.
As you're watching it, you kind of have a reminiscent feeling. This is something that is taking care and looking after and maintaining. Something that you do often, only where you do this with machinery. This
It
is doing
doesn't.
this with plant.
Interesting. I'll kind of say that to the creature and just be like, I do what you do, just with things like, and I'll pat Chauncey instead of plants.
Looks over at you, stops tending, and looks over at Chauncey. Just walks over to Chauncey and
You can touch him.
begins looking about the underside and grabbing at the drill and pulls some little loose rocks away and starts to be maintaining and
Thank
cleaning
you.
up. It was the same way that he was with the mushroom.
That's very kind of you, thank you.
You're gonna kill Ben, not with a monster.
I know, just with cute.
While the creature is interacting with Chauncey, can I try and grab a handful of mushrooms?
Sure. Now most of these are fairly
They're
large.
big.
Like half our bodies.
I just want to grab the smallest whole intact nubbin that I can.
All right. Over here you have the small green one, or the small capped ones, and the yellow one.
The yellow ones.
Yeah, don't touch the small capped ones.
Now, the yellow one is large stalks, but it does look like there are some smaller sections of it. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
I feel like we could just ask.
18.
18. You look over and you kinda take a little bit of one, and what little bit of earth is around here, you kind of push back over to kind of hide it. And looks pretty cleared away. Go ahead and pocket yellow mystery mushrooms.
Great.
Hopefully not mystery for long.
Uh-huh.
Where's the closest one to the tree right now?
The little creature.
Twigs, yeah.
There's the one that was kind of hugging the tree. That is. It's kind of stopped hugging, but is just kind of hanging around the group at this point. It's done maintaining the mushrooms at this time, while the other one is working on Chauncey.
So with my hands still on the bark, I'm going to kind of crouch down, get to its eye level, and friend, I'd like to learn more about the tree and the mushrooms here, and I'm gonna need to touch them. See, just like this, and that's all I'll do.
As you do it,
Is
walks
that
up to
okay?
you and makes eye contact. Mirrors you.
Good, yeah, okay. Well, don't mind me. It's gonna take some time, but I really appreciate you letting us be here in your home.
It kind of gives you a pat on the knee.
Good. I try not to like blush. Just it's like so cute, and it's not very befitting of me to blush like that. So I'm just kind of clear my throat and compose myself, and take my hand off the tree and start setting up shop.
All right.
to
Ritually
identify.
casting Identify.
Yeah, we're gonna do this 4 times.
It's going to be 40 minutes.
44
minutes.
Yeah, and I even
Oh,
looked.
It's still light, though.
At the moment.
We'll see in 44
The sun
minutes.
is on the setting side. You are much later in the afternoon.
Okay.
You have maybe an hour before sunset.
Okay.
Great. I'm going to start with
That's
the
fine.
tree because we can always try to take some samples to go of the mushrooms. I don't want to disturb the trees. So the way this kind of looks as I set up is I sit cross-legged by the roots, and I take Pal and I fold him open in front of me, and there's just a little, not a drawer, but a little extension in the spine of it that I pull out, and I set the pearl right inside. And with one hand on Pal and one hand on the tree, I close my eyes, and you see the ink of the page begin to just bubble up, causing sort of noise, diffusion. And it's over the course of the 11 minutes, the ink begins to find its form, its shape, to tell me what this might be. If it works on the tree, I have no idea if it
I've
will.
had to go through the exact wording of Identify a few times to decide how this is going to go. As the ink kind of swirls and forms words, it forms like an entry in an encyclopedia where only some of the words are actually present. The rest of them, it's almost as if they've been redacted, where it's just not there.
Yeah.
So it feels like scribble. And you see oak, the word. You see much farther down, there's very little on this tree, which gives you the sense it's not a magical item.
Sure.
At the bottom, there is the phrase "tree of life." And
Does that mean, and like, what it means to me, Josh? Like, Tree of Life is a big symbol in our real life world.
right? This isn't there is no like mass iconography
Okay.
for this. It doesn't seem to be worded as a title.
Okay.
It seems to be worded more as
A life-giving tree. So,
and the other thing that pops up is happening through circumstance. So this tree, though not magical in nature, seems to have had a magical effect happen to it that has now, in a moment, magic emanated from it. And I will tell you, and there was a moment of necromancy that emanated from the tree. But at this point, it is mostly a mundane, though still strange, but now somewhat natural thing.
that is so interesting. Throughout all of this, I'm just kind of mumbling to myself, like under my breath. You're not sure if I'm talking to myself or to Pal or what, as I then just abruptly fold up Pal and move over to the closest mushroom without really a word to the group.
Over the course of these 44, now 33 minutes, is there anything that anyone else would like to be doing?
I will go sit next to Aiken and also put my toes in the water. Take up my boots, put them missing. Put my toes in the water. Still doing okay?
Nope.
Do you want me to help you feel a little better?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit wouldn't hurt.
Okay. I will. I will do it fine. I will. For her, there's no truth or everything. I will hold out my hand and just sort of reach onto your shoulder, and I will cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level because it is what we have left now.
Oh, I was like, oh.
This is what we have left now. Bleh. Going to heal you for 8.
That is one more than I needed to make me feel happy. That sounds messed up.
Cure depression. Not a spell. Anyway. Do you want to talk to me about it?
I kind of think I saw myself die. Or something. Before that outburst from Aaron. I was like consumed by whatever that was.
But you didn't?
I'm here.
Are you going to talk to Aaron about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll probably feel better.
That was scary.
Yeah, I don't know. I would prefer to not fight that thing again.
Yeah. The weird dog things. Not understandable, and still a little scary, but manageable. That's one of the first times that I felt like something was much bigger than myself. And not just because it was bigger than me, but
Outside of the grove, are there not things That they're bigger?
I haven't experienced much. I mean, heck, the last few days have been the most eventful. I mean, really, since I met you, but then we had a quiet life for a while in Upstrom.
It was really nice, actually. It was definitely the quietest life I've ever gotten to live, that's for sure.
Farming,
Mm-hmm.
playing with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Watched
we're like,
horses.
yeah. Now we're turning into horses.
That's how I learned how to turn into a horse.
Yeah. Fighting big, scary, corrupted plant things that come from the water and rip arms off.
I mean, I love traveling with you, but do you want to go home?
Even all of this, I don't. I'd like to take you home at some point.
I would love to
But-
see it.
There's more work out here to do. I wasn't prepared for, and I didn't realize was out here. The world is much stranger than I thought it was.
What did you think it was like out here?
Honestly, when I lived behind the walls, I still thought it was like a big cloud of scary doom. You know, all the stories about before made it seem so awful and hellish. And it is, but it's also beautiful.
What did they tell you the world was like before the walls opened?
I mean, the 6-letter word was just danger. But destroyed, desolate, no one knew. It happened so long ago that, at least in my family, none of us really knew what actually was happening outside the walls. Could have been a rainbow for all I know, I don't know. But, you know, we believed whatever that was, and
How did they say it became safe again?
a few years before we opened the wall, we started sending search parties out. And not everyone came back, but after a while, I think the odds were more were coming back than not. Safe. But there's still the prowling fields. There's whatever this was. I don't think most of us know. Maybe someone was really old. Did they not have these stories where you're from?
No.
And you didn't travel outside of your home?
Oh no. That was not a good idea. It's dangerous out there, you know?
Yeah, it is.
So, you know, you're not supposed to travel outside of the village, you know? It's. You don't come back.
I hope we both do.
Me too.
Two of us yokels. Adventuring far beyond the walls of where we're from, hoping to make it back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For what?
Having my back.
Oh, always.
Also, your teeth are cool.
Oh, thank you.
Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Did it taste good?
No. No, it tasted sort of slimy.
Yeah. It looked slimy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At this point, two of the mushrooms on this side of the bridge, you are able to kind of able to identify.
Oh my god, are we all herbalists?
I'm the herbalist now.
As the red one, you have the ink well up, and it is identified as an undiscovered strain. But it has strong connection to a reishi mushroom.
To a what?
A reishi mushroom.
Okay.
Um,
Do I know what that means? So,
give me a nature check.
does the entry tell me? Cool. Nature's. Sorry, guys. It's a 22.
It's okay.
It's fine. We're having feelings. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know that the reishi mushroom has extensive healing properties.
Great.
Is very good for you. So much so that it's nicknamed the immortal mushroom.
Oh, some. And the red was the one that he was
That's the
particularly.
healing.
But this one is not that, but related to it.
All right.
And the second one, the long-stemmed black caps,
Poison.
is an undiscovered strain, but has a close relation to a death cap.
I can infer.
To get to the other side, I am going to need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you
though.
got it. I think I have a plus on these. Yeah, 11.
You get halfway across when it starts to wobble and you have to stop. And you continue forwards to the other side,
Great.
where you now see the other little twig creature that is finished doing some work
Yeah,
on Chauncey.
I'm still kind of observing and like filing away in my brain ways to make little guys like this.
And
Little
his
wind-up version.
Yeah.
returned to working on the mushrooms and seems to have passed over the space where a little bit of it was taken unnoticed. Eventually, over the course of 11 minutes, this undiscovered strain has close relation to a sunburst.
Sunburst. Do I need another nature check to know that one?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, look, I come from the high class. We know all about the mushrooms.
Oh.
That's only 11 this time.
11, you're unfamiliar with the sunburst.
I think as you're crossing the bridge and completing a ritual, Aaron would crouch down to the little wooden creature and be like, "So just how poisonous are we talking?"
Looks at you, tilts its head. Doesn't seem to it seems confused. And it looks over.
Oh, point at the mushroom.
Yeah, they might not be poisonous to them.
Mm-hmm. Can I summon Mage Hand
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to use Mage Hand to pluck one of the death caps?
Sure. As the mage hand begins to linger. Your mage hand is invisible?
No, it's visible.
Visible?
Yeah.
As it reaches over the little twig creature and it kind of looks at you, looks at it, and
Many talents.
Oh.
They don't want it.
I'll stop.
it kind of walks over.
Mm-hmm.
It looks around the base. Looks under one of the stalks. Finds one, and it reaches for one that seems fairly decently grown,
Mm-hmm.
and just pulls it. Kind of pats the spot where he pulled it from.
See, I told
I'll
you.
hold
you just
out.
had to ask.
Yeah.
My hand, deftly, and I'll grab it.
Mhm.
Are we talking like a foot? Are we talking
That's
like...
about the stalk is
Oh,
about
super.
actually it's about the size
Big old
of the
mushroom.
creature.
Oh my god.
And the cap of the mushroom is about yay big.
Oh my
so
god.
like
Okay.
2.5, 3 inches.
Okay. Yeah. I'll kind of stare at it, like not really knowing what else to do with it, because it's like a limp noodle in my hand.
It's actually really it's sturdy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'll just kind of bring it over to Andy and Finn, and I'll be like, "Is this something that could be returned to the Atagog?"
At least the law keepers, I think they're more interested in artifacts and
Right, yeah, it's
Magical.
not really what we
right.
do, but
Is there any branch of the order that could benefit from any type of distillate or
That's the death cap.
yeah, I'm like
antitoxin?
Yes,
that one.
and antitoxin. I'm sure somebody could. I don't know where to even start with that. Though Corkryn might.
Corkryn.
Oh, Corkryn. I thought you said something completely different.
No, yes, the herbalist. Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought you said.
Who?
What? From across the cave, there was an echo, and it sounded not like Corkryn.
They
I think he's fine.
they picked that for you.
Yes, they seem to handle it quite adeptly, so I think it is safe to handle on our own, though.
Well, the red one in particular, I think, could be of use to us.
I would
Yeah.
just wash your hands before you eat.
Of course, I would not venture to
Yeah.
ingest anything in this room.
That one's probably very
voluntarily.
deadly.
I see.
Friends, I think my work is done here, but something strikes me now. If it's dangerous to identify the Crackerjack box,
Mm-hmm.
well, we don't really want to do it in Gladen, or on a boat, or in Venture.
No.
And of course, we don't want to do it in these little friendly guys' home, but this is about as removed as we're going to be.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna swim over for a second. Make sure that I feel like I'm mishearing you. You want to pull out a potential doomsday thing and touch it.
I want to know if the thing we've been hauling around with us is a potential doomsday device. Yes, you're right.
I just thought it was like an explosion thing.
Well, either
That's
way.
what I mean. I mean, I'm just gonna like submerge myself further and swim across.
Yeah.
I'm not trying that bridge again. Walk out completely bedraggled. Maybe in the other antechamber?
I was thinking, and there might be a better idea here, closer to the mouth, with all of you outside,
Yeah.
just outside. Me in the opening, so if it does explode, if we do get blown back out into the lake, and we seal off the chamber from anybody who might come looking for it.
I
But
mean,
But we wanted to keep
yeah,
this
we
open
want
for Corkryn.
we want Corkryn to be
From
able to
Corkryn.
come back in.
Can't pronounce things right now. Dull the destiny air.
Yeah.
It's I think that it might be, as much as I also do not really want to wait to find out what it is, I do think that we should be perhaps even further away from people than we
Yeah.
are right now, if it
Yeah.
is as dangerous as you say.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing.
Finn's instinct about there's 2 entrances to this area for Corkryn to access, should one be sealed.
Well,
That one looks a little less convenient.
yeah.
I just still can't help but think that doing this near people is not a good idea. What if it first somebody?
Yeah,
when we're not in a place. I don't want to lose you.
I'm not in the place where I could really help if you could.
Yeah.
That's
here
Okay, hold on.
I don't know what use it is to us in the end to know right now what it is. Because isn't the end goal to get it back to the Order or the Aethergog? Or so why it's safe where it is.
Is it though?
I mean, it's in a lot of lead.
I know. It's just carrying this thing
So-
around. It's.
We can maybe.
Perhaps you're all right. Tonight might not be the night. Let's count our blessings.
We can take a hike. Once we get to Venture, we can go outside of the city somewhere. There has to be a place around the outside that we can go that's not the part of these prowling fields.
I understand your curiosities, Finn, but there is a risk-free way, potentially, of identifying the device, and that is, well,
Every day we carry this thing around is a risk. Every day, every moment, every new person we meet is a risk until we know what it is.
I agree. I want to know just as deeply as you, and now that we have the tools that we have to gain access, it is itching in my brain. We could be overblowing the consequences of this entirely. We still never knew how or what befell Silas, beneath his warehouse.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Of course.
I think
But-
it was that.
Are there any, like, branch offices of the Aethergog in Venture where we could...
You're looking at them.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys rock, but that wasn't what I wanted to hear.
The only other solution I can think of that subverts any direct contact with this device is to seek out whoever sent it up, down, river. And that might require some creative persuasion, considering how secluded and how discreet this was transferred. I have had theories about how to accomplish that, but that is an entirely different tactic that I don't know any of us are particularly trained in.
Yeah.
So,
Makes me wish we still had a lab that didn't get burned down in River's Meat.
precisely.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we didn't tell Dr. Sada about
Oh my...
this.
Finn, what would you need to protect yourself should you convince us to actually identify this device in your palm?
If I had identified it, I could answer that question.
But
I think the issue is that he has to touch it.
Right. Do I know if I touched it with Mage Hand, do I have any sense if I could identify it through? I assume not, because
This
it's
is
an action to control Mage Hand.
The first time that you've had access to this.
Right. Well, that's not true, because it is a spell that we talked about. I picked it up at the Aethergog.
Right. that's
Identify. I
correct.
just haven't had the pearl to do it. It's like
Mhm.
in science class they provide the frog and the scalpel.
Yeah.
I just need to find the frog and the
Give
scalpel.
me an Arcana check.
You've got both in the same place now.
Oh, right. But yeah, I've been carrying the spell since.
You've had a frog.
Yeah.
Potentially explosive frog.
That's a 24.
24. You know that for this spell, there is you are making a connection with the object that requires tangible.
Physical touch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look, I don't know if there's a safe way to go about it, to be honest.
I mean, the only thing I could do right now is either protect you a little bit from it or heal you if it goes bad. And
That's
I can
what I
do
was
that
thinking.
once.
Well, look, we just restored this place to order. Let's not go
uh-huh.
blowing
We've
it up.
been through a lot. Let's go.
I might have a
although-
concussion. I don't know.
Yeah, before we go, I'd like to ask the little guys if we can have a piece of the other two mushrooms as well.
Points over and kind of waves over to his friend across
Yeah.
the way and points to the red one and
Yeah.
puts its thumb up.
Oh, they are.
So the little one across the way you see go behind the red mushroom, come out with a piece of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the one by the yellow kind of comes over. looks around. What'd you get on your stealth? It was
18.
18. Puts its foot right where yours was. Doesn't seem to notice. Finds a little stalk and pulls it off.
Thank you so much.
The other one coming, rushing across the branch, holding the piece over.
I would like to go to whatever mushroom is close. Oh.
Checking to make sure it's good. Offers it up.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And we appreciate you all being so kind and letting us be in your space. Soon, hopefully, you'll be meeting a new friend.
Kids kind of.
I'd like to reach over to whichever one of the mushrooms is nearest that they took a cutting from and just gently use druid craft to help it sort of heal up a little bit.
Okay. As the little twig creature watches it, you can see its eyes widen a bit. It looks over at you, looks at it. Kind of waves over to the other one, like points. It comes over, watches. Both of you look up at you.
As a thank
Offer up
you,
their hand.
Oh no!
Are you good?
I'll reach out and touch it.
I'm sorry, they know high five.
As I do,
It's universal language.
can I cast druid craft a little bit just on like their fingertips to sort of just like, bolster it a little and see what happens?
As you do, in the moment the high five happens, kind of an eruption of leaves all over his body.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You want me to change that back?
God, puberty happens fast with these guys.
I can change
Next
that
thing you
back.
know, they're
Just
6
when
foot
he's
tall.
just running around, kind of waving his arms. Seems to be having a good time.
Oh, okay, he's happy. He's happy.
They will fall off in here pretty shortly, I think. But in the meantime, you are very adorable.
Look over, he jumps into the water, kind of lays out, just carries him a little bit, swims around in it.
Oh.
It was too precious.
I know.
Really quickly, GM, my attention is kind of turned back to the tree. This is just something that I'm kind of piecing together as my attention turns away from the mushrooms and back to the tree. Does it appear that the scar is angled underneath the hole, as if whatever caused this tree to receive this came through the opening in the sky?
It is directly in the center of the hole, yeah. Why don't you give me a quick nature check looking at it?
Roll more than like a 5.
13.
That's more.
More than like a 5.
It's not a common thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen one before, but you've read about it. It's a lightning scar.
Okay.
I'll just clock that. Makes sense. Does it appear that does the tree appear to be shorter and have like pieces of it have rotten or fallen away? Could this tree have been growing through the opening at one point?
No, it does look as though the top of it is
Okay.
the top. It doesn't
Okay.
look damaged up there, except
Okay.
for where the lightning would have hit.
Sure. Okay.
And I'll also say with that check, you do know that the remnants of these embers is unnatural to a lightning strike. Usually there's just, and there's
Yeah.
a scar.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll just clock that.
I don't want to rush everything, but it's getting kind of late.
Yeah.
And
We
we
should
do have a
Corkryn.
herbalist to talk to and then a boat to catch.
Oh, boat's not till tomorrow, right?
Well, it leaves tomorrow, but I'd like to sleep.
Dwati, I think we might miss the sunset, but I still plan to go to the shrine again tonight
Alright, I can go with you.
after we go visit Corkryn.
That might be nice.
I think so. Anybody's welcome to join. But you're right, let's go. I will try to put this damned device out of my mind.
as we are walking, do you plan to do anything at the shrine? Like, is that a thing that means anything to you? Like, in your...
It's, I found my own meaning, but the shrine is more of a nostalgic thing.
That's right, you were saying.
Yeah,
Your
so-
mother, right?
my mother, right?
Mm.
Reminds me of her a bit, and, when I'm faced with the immense enormity of everything, song included, there's, a little ritual, not a religious ritual, mind you, but a mental exercise that she taught me to walk myself through, and, well, I don't need the shrine to do it anymore, but it's helpful.
Is she gone?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
I'll just sort of gently pat you on the shoulder as we keep walking.
I just want to go up to one of the guys and also give him a high five.
As he sees your hand there. Oh my god. He just waves as you begin to walk away. The other one, kind of from the water, waves.
Bye, friends.
Now I feel bad I attacked the tree earlier.
For what
didn't
it's worth,
know.
I think that 3
I
is
know.
going to probably outlive us all.
I know.
Yeah.
It nearly did.
Yeah.
As you walk towards the entrance, exit, the path with which you came, out towards the waterfall and back towards Gladen. That is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh,
Good show.
I took so much cute damage.
That was way more deadly than the shambling mound or whatever it was.
I don't want to leave them.
We take them with if they didn't need
No,
the street.
they
It's an
have to
probably.
be
ecosystem.
We can't take them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here again this time next week, 7 p.m. Be sure to check us out on all of our social medias. Again, if you've enjoyed this, like, follow, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you are a subscriber or a patron, we're about to head over to our Discord. This is the first time we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a post-show
Post-show.
breakdown where you get to be a fly on the wall as we all talk about how cute those little twig guys were.
That'll
And
mostly
also,
be it, probably.
a big old thank you to both of our sponsors. First, Cantrip Candles, and also Dispel Dice.
Yes.
A reminder, we're going to be giving away a set of these dice in 2 weeks. So be sure to be here for that. You all have an amazing rest of your night, your day, your week, and we will see you soon. Bye, everyone.